Hello, hello. Apologies for being slightly late to my own pushing back of the stream, but what can I say? The hours are good. Okay. Well, I guess while we're here, we shall... Ooh, the lag is real bad on this one. What the hell happened to the lag? Oh no, don't tell me. No, 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 no. Please no. Come on, what's happening? Oh dear. Something always has to go wrong, doesn't it? Okay. Just one tick, guys. Why is it doing that? Come on, what is happening? Come on, don't do this to me now. Oh dear. That's always fun, isn't it? Controller stops working properly. It actually stopped working. It's connected to the PC, so it's not like it's... What is going on, man? I don't want to have to play with a keyboard. Come on. Okay. Just give me a second, guys. Seems for some reason my Pro Controller has decided to just be difficult tonight. Which is fantastic. Okay. 1 second. Alright. Would like you to change the controller, please. Alright. Okay. Thank God for that. Alright. Let me just bring everything back up on the screen. Oops. Didn't need to show that. That's fine. It's not like there was anything there, so it's all good. Okay, well, apologies for that debacle. It seems my regular Nintendo Switch controller has decided it doesn't want to work on the computer anymore. Maybe it just needs a controller update or something, I don't know, but doesn't matter. Because we can continue with the controller that I technically kind of wanted to use from day one, but couldn't get it to work for some reason. The 8-bit Do Pro 2 controller, which is a nice black one with classic SNES button layout, with D-pad where it should be. The mouse. And I don't know why the frame rate's not great. Why is that? It's lower than recommended. Okay. Should be at 6800. Okay, let me just sort that out then. You know what, I'll rescale the output as well, I think. Can I do that? Or can I only do that once I've... Okay, once I've started streaming, I can't. Okay. Okay, we'll just stream it at 1080 then. That's fine. Well, something that goes wrong, doesn't it? Fun, fun, fun. Anyway. This is technically my preferred controller anyway, so it's fine. Okay. Where were we? We were up to Rock Tunnel, so we have Butterfree, the Butterfree, Carp, Flambe, the Gyarados, Incel Max, and the Meowth, Moist Spoin, Moist Spoon, the Alakazam, My Knee, the Pikachu, and Trapman, the Bellsprout. Because I want to do some Payday stuff. With an excellent fucking Meowth, might I add. Payday along with Flash, if we need Flash. There is no such thing as a Rock Smash at this point of the game, so I think it's just... Does he need to learn Cut as well? No, I don't think so. I think we should be fine. Does Meowth know Cut? Did I teach him that? No, I didn't. Okay. I mean, I shouldn't need Cut. Once I exit, it's just Lavender Town, so I only really need Flash. So that should be fine. Charmeleon won't be very good in Rock Tunnel. Kid Mode, Women, and Blue Sky. Okay. Didn't this guy offer me an item? Oh, okay. I already got that. Never mind. It has been a while. Oops. So I guess we gotta level up someone. Probably just Butterfree. It's fine. Picnic and Heidi! Pikachu, huh? Okay. I guess we'll just do the classic Fleet Powdered and Dream Eater. Because Pikachu loves using Double Team in this game, all the time. So I think we'll put a stop to that early. God, that is broken. That is such a strong move so early in the game. Confusion should be fine. Well, I guess a fun fact for VOD watchers, because no one's technically on the stream at the moment. This style controller is the... Like, I actually have two of these, but one's the older model, so the Pro 2 is the newer one. Well, newer, but it's been old for a while now. But I had a regular Pro controller that was like American SNES colored. And that was the controller I used to play basically through the entirety of BDSP. Which is neat. You know, I didn't even think maybe Clefairy could have a Moonstone. Let's try it. Why not? I might surprise myself. Nope, okay. Oh, after all my training. VOD Watcher, he says. I just clicked in to see what's going on. Hi, Jaded Warlock. Well, thank you for showing up. Usually when I start the stream, people aren't usually here, so I just have to ramble and kill time until someone shows up. But thank you for showing up. I was having some technical difficulties before anyone like spoke in the stream. So I was just talking about the controller I have. Okay. Yeah, may as well save here. Morning from Burgerland. Morning! It's evening where I am, so good evening, I guess. Yeah, no, I was having some issues with my Switch controller, the Pro controller, like the actual official one. It wouldn't do anything on my device that I am playing this game on. So I had to take out a different controller to fix that, and it works, so that's good. A level 17 female Machop. I don't really see the need for it, but I don't want a muscle mummy. That's awful. I hate the female Machop line. I think it's stupid. If anything, you have some unofficial GameCube controllers made for PC. Yeah, there are definitely loads like that. We'll try Machop later. Yeah, I've definitely seen a few of those. Pokemon Fight, ready, go! Yeah, the controllers I have, like, they're just for Switch and, like, PC stuff. Because I have, like, an Xbox controller for, like, regular 3D PC games. Like, I don't see the need to play with the Switch controller for those. But I also have, like, a PlayStation controller as well that I can do that for. Okay. You bought them on Amazon ages ago? Okay. Yeah, I can't vouch for their quality, though. I have an official Smash 4 GameCube controller when they brought those out. So if I want to play, like, Smash Ultimate with the Wii U adapter, I just play that. Or I just play with the Switch Pro controller. Do I wish the Machamp line was purely male? I think bare minimum... This will sound bad. I think only Machops should be male and female. I think Marchokes and Marchamps, or if I must find a compromise somewhere, um, Mar only Marchamp should be male, in my opinion. Like, obviously I understand the reason why you want to just keep it simple with like breeding, but I don't know. I don't even know what egg moves Marchamp actually prefers, so it might not even be worth doing that. Like Marchamp would have like if you're doing a competitive Marchamp set on like singles Pokemon, you'd be getting like Dynamic Punch, Rock Slide, Stone Edge, basically lower accuracy but high attack like moves, because with the no guard ability that it always hits 100%. So I don't even know if any of those are egg moves, to be honest, so why not just cut the middleman and say Marchamp can only be male? That's what I would do. Whirlwind. Don't think I will, to be honest. Would be really funny to put everyone to sleep and just Dream Eater all of them, but I don't see the point. I always check for rocks because I'm autistic like that. So the Marchoke and Marchamp line should only be possible if you have a male Marchop. That's my personal opinion, yes. And lo and behold, we have the perfect example right here. Gonna use Thief because I don't want to kill him. But that's also too weak. So maybe... if I use Confusion, I'm just gonna kill him. Yeah, we'll do. I don't think Marchop will hit me with a fighting type. Famous last words. Also, I hit my finger. Why not? Oh boy. Alright. We'll do Payday again, I guess. You can dig it. Yeah, I mean, if Gallade can only be male, if Grimmsnarl can only be male, and if Jinx can only be female, I don't see why Marchamp can't be exclusively male, you know? Oh, but you don't understand the muscle mummy appeal. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense because Marchamp literally looks like a man, so fucking take your gay fetish shit and put it somewhere else. I don't care. Only gay men want women to look like men. Or whatever they think women should look like to appeal to men. Which is always wrong, by the way. Okay. Well, I'm thinking... maybe something about being a chud might work for Marchop. Like, Chud Max, Chud Jack, Chud Boy. I think Chud Boy might be good. You've seen what people call muscle mummies, and there are so many, you assume they're closeted homosexuals. Yeah, but no, I agree. Ooh, made it in time for a nickname. Yes, you did. Chudlet. Mutchud. Yeah, Shane, the name I kind of came up with was Chud Boy. I might even change it to an I instead of a Y, so Chud Boy. Like that. What do you think? Tell me how... I'll type it out and you tell me how it looks. Chud boy. Go, Chud boy. Karate chop that troon, Chud boy. I like it, but if you guys... Chudlet. Yeah, Chud boy works? Okay. Chud boy. Okay. Yeah, Shane, I was talking about how, in my opinion, the Machop evolution line should be male exclusive. That's been my hot take for the evening. Chud boy it is. Chud boy it shall be. You know, if I'm already on the first floor, should I just go back and heal properly, or should I just keep going? I'm on the first floor, I may as well just heal. Not mention anything right now. Man, that is so much better to deal with without having to cut it all the time. And I can check Chud Boy while I'm here, see what he has for stats. Oof. Oh dear. Oh, that's really bad. That's not good at all. Seems fair, kind of like the Salazzle line. Yeah, Salazzle can only be female. Like the evolved form, anyway. Keep moving forward. Yeah, well, it's a bit too late to say that now, but I get you. I'm already here, and Chud Boy is practically useless, so it's fine. It's all good. True to his name, a timid Chud. Absolutely true. He's afraid of women. Yeah, he's passive. He sees women and he goes, oh! Okay, you can ride a bike in here. Not my idea of a fun time, but you could do that. Okay, Butterfree's now the same level as everyone else, so maybe... Yeah, do Incel. Oops. Ah, yes. Can't use Rock Smash because we don't have it. Nope, we just investigate rocks. Yeah, well, I guess while I'm exploring Rock Tunnel, I guess we could talk a little bit about this week's news. Like, for example, how have I been? Honestly, could be better, because... my fucking teeth, man, have been giving me such grief. Can't eat anything. I have to eat like an old man because of how badly they fucked up my filling. So, gotta live with that for a while. Till the next appointment. With a different clinic, I've actually already emailed them complaining about what they did and how I'm not coming back, so... It's kind of too late to go back to them anyway, and I don't want to I don't want to. I draw illustrations of Pokemon when I'm home. Okay. What's your name? Tell me your name. Winston. What kind of Pokemon drawings are you do? What kind of drawings do you do exactly? Ugh, excuse me. Should I see them? Are you ashamed of them? Do I need to call for an intervention? Secret power is good. This man is in misery. Yeah, I've I can't fucking... I haven't been able to relax properly this week. It's been just max stressed out constantly for me. It's really irritating, but what can I do? I'm disabled no more. Yay! Intel Maxing cured his autism and got the critical hit. Let's go. Whew, he's exhausted. I wonder why. He's a Pokefile, get him! I mean, if he's drawing Gardevoir art, I guess I can understand to let him off the hook. For now. I'll keep my eye on you, Winston. Yeah, no, basically me streaming right now is my avenue to relax because fucking shit keeps happening around me, so I just gotta keep dealing with it. True, yeah. But I guess what else has been happening in the news? Oh yeah, the Tekken 8 Season 3 patch came out, and predictably, everyone's really upset by it again. I don't like it say is, like... Well, I have a lot to say about the Tekken thing. The first one being... you had an entire year after the disaster known as Season 2 to sort out what you want to do with the game, whether or not you want to stick with it, or move somewhere else for your gaming entertainment, i.e. playing a different fighting game, or like playing, like if it's your career, probably should have moved to a different competitive game by now. No, there's a lot the Tekken 8 community should have done after a whole year of Season 2 bullshit, because they don't like the gameplay changes. And I'm not saying they're wrong for being upset with the gameplay changes. That's something I want to make very clear. They have my sympathies with that stuff. Okay, I'm gonna die. Yep. You do not understand these people. So the conversation from the Tekken community's perspective seems to be along the lines of, I'm going to complain about the game for 2 years running, because they've been complaining since the game first came out, which, okay, it just came out. I can understand airing your criticisms earlier to make sure they go on the path that you want them to for a second season, right? I like tiny Pokemon. So, the first season wasn't egregious in terms of balance, right? Because that seems to be the main concern, is the lack of balance. It's like, okay, I suppose I can understand that, even if I'm not on a high enough level to like get it, I suppose. How many revives do I have? Just the one. Okay. May as well. It's fine. And we'll do a potion. So I looked at Season 1 and I thought, okay, fair enough if you're sticking with the game, because it's still kind of in this, like... Do you know about Pokemon cosplay? Like, it's as Harada put it, where it's like, oh, we're in the arcade version phase of the game, where it's like, this is for working out all the kinks, changing the game based on feedback, stuff like that. So I can understand from the first season thinking, okay, this isn't what I want, but if I keep playing and I keep telling them what I actually want, then maybe they'll listen. So, okay, we do that for a year, and then Season 2 comes out, and lo and behold, it's not what anyone was asking for. And understandably, they're angry and upset about that. It's like, okay, I won't argue with you on that point. It does suck to see a game you like being changed despite all the feedback you were giving. Like, that's not fun. That's not fun at all. So that point, season 2 was the point where people should have bounced, in my opinion. That was the turning point where it's like, okay, it's now made perfectly clear to me. Let's say I'm one of these Tekken players. Like, I am a fan of Tekken. I'm not like an expert on the game, but I like Tekken, right? So let's say I'm one of those people, and I'm like, I stuck with season 1, and season 2 is disappointing me beyond belief. I don't like this. Now I'm upset. It's like, okay. You had 3 choices. You had 3 choices at the time. Season 2 comes out. It's not what you wanted. So what you should have done was say, okay, I could either move. Let's say I want this to be my competitive career. I could have moved over to Fatal Fury when that came out, because it only came out like a month after, the same month, like a few weeks after the patch. The Fury is a favorite. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's a very different cosplay community now, my boy. So it's like, okay, I want to play this competitively and I want to make money. I'm going to move to Fatal Fury. That should have been probably your first option, right? So it's like, okay, but let's say I'm instead a Tekken player where it's like, I could go either way with competitive, like, tournament stuff. I just want to play a 3D fighting game. I don't care about whether I make money. I just like 3D fighting games. And it's like, okay, understandable. Your option B then is, hey, Virtua Fighter 5 is being re-released. And this would be the perfect time to revive, not revive, but like, grow a small niche competitive scene. Because they've been begging for players for like 20 years now. Well, that was quick. You're a better technician. No, I just have Alakazam. So it's like, okay, Virtua Fighter 5, okay. Let's say you're not the biggest fan of the character designs, for whatever reason. Maybe they look too boring to you. It's like, okay, that's fine. But my counter argument is, Virtua Fighter 5 also released, ooh, an Onyx. I could do with an Onyx. Ah, shit. Never mind. Oh, fumbled that ball. But okay. Let's say you're like, I don't know if I like the character designs for Virtua Fighter 5. It's like, that's fine. Here's Tekken 7 DLC for the game, specifically to make them look like Tekken characters you know and love. So it's like, oh, great. And in addition to the costume design, you could even change the HUD, like the UI for the game, to look like Tekken 7. It's like, brilliant, fantastic. And it just so happens as well that Virtua Fighter 5 is an extremely deep, complex fighting game system, a 3D fighting game. It's the original 3D fighting game that inspired all others, including Tekken and Dead or Alive. So it's like, this is the perfect opportunity for you to play something worthwhile. Like, and let's say, for example, as well, it's like, oh, well, I'm glad I have the costumes, but I don't know who to play. It's like, that's fine, because Virtua Fighter 5 also has this character called Jean Cujo. Jean Cujo, from what I've been told by Tekken, I guess, multi 3D fighting game players, let's say Tekken refugees for the sake of argument. Tekken refugees to Virtua Fighter 5 have been saying, it's like, oh, Jean is basically the Jin Kazama of Virtua Fighter, so if you wanted to play something familiar as a Tekken player, he'd be your go-to. So there are all these... Oh, and lastly, of course, rollback netcode and cross-platform play. Especially now, like they've included cross-platform, like recently. So it's like, okay, Virtua Fighter 5 is the perfect answer to all your criticisms. Like Fatal Fury is as well. But let's say you just don't like Fatal Fury because you prefer 3D games. It's like, that's fine. I will not judge your preference. Like, I also like 3D fighting games just fine. Right? I like both, but I play both, but I also appreciate 3D, you know? So if Fatal Fury is not your option, then Virtua Fighter is. It's like, go ahead and play it. Like, seriously, it's cheap. You get everything you want, basically. The only real difference is you have a guard button. Yeah, basically a guard button and not as many, like, punch and kick buttons. Although that's not technically true. There's a particular, like, button layout you could do where you can make it feel as close to Tekken as possible. So you can technically turn your Virtua Fighter 5 into a 4-button fighter if you want to. Let's say you're that guy. It's like, oh, I want the control scheme to match Tekken. It doesn't feel right otherwise. It's like, okay, then I recommend you map punch to... so let's follow the Tekken notation for buttons, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, square, triangle, X, circle. So let's do that. Let's match your 4-face button. Let's match your 4-face button preference. So map punch to 1, punch plus kick to 2, kick to 3, and guard plus kick to 4. And there you go. That's your light punch, heavy punch, light kick, heavy kick combination, right? Like, it's not left kick, right kick or whatever, but that's fine. It doesn't need to be. It's really not a big difference. Because I don't reckon Tekken players measure, most Tekken players anyway, they don't measure their button layouts based on left punch, right punch kind of things, where it's like, oh, I do that, I press my button on the right side to do this. That doesn't come up as often as people might think, unless you're like really deep in. But even if you're deep in my opinion, you've already memorized the 1, 2, 3, 4 button layout, so you just think about it in terms of the number, not in terms of what side my punch is coming from my body. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, perfect. Let's say because you have a guard button, it's not a neutral block game. So your guard button, let's put that on R1 because you have that for heat, right? Or wherever you put the heat button, let's say you have a controller, it's like whatever you do for your heat smash button or whatever, just put guard on that, and you put throw on any other macro and whatever else you need. Have a macro for your 3 face buttons in Virtua Fighter. I personally put it on L1. So just customize it however you want, but have those 4 face buttons as a Tekken player and you should feel perfectly fine, right? Like, it has everything you want. However, it seems Tekken players have decided to go with option C, and that is stay in the toxic relationship that is known as Tekken 8. Complain to everyone else about how you hate the relationship and you want it to stop. And when people tell you the solution to your problems, you get upset at them and tell them they don't understand what they're talking about. Eh. That fucking face. Eh. Cuffon Blade makes this way too easy. Ooh, Dragon Rage. You know what? I don't need Raw. What did you say, Lucas? You give? Give me what? That's a Black Lagoon reference that I just made by accident. It's kind of us with Yu-Gi-Oh! Though, hard to change something you've played for so long. Well, the difference is, Shane, you and I don't make our lives revolve around Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, yes, I absolutely have my complaints about Yu-Gi-Oh! Especially modern Yu-Gi-Oh! But what I don't do is make excuses like, oh, well, if I just stick with it long enough and keep spending more money on it, maybe it'll change. It just doesn't work that way, I'm sorry. Like, when you give them money, when you complain but you give them money anyway, your complaints mean shit. They mean fucking... They mean fuck all to the company. Now, maybe I'm a hypocrite because I buy Pokemon games still. It's like, okay. The difference is with Pokemon is it's the highest grossing IP in the world, so they're not listening to basically anyone. So it doesn't fucking matter at that point. But Tekken is not up to that point. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not up to that point. Even you don't make your life revolve around FGO or other gacha games. Yeah, exactly. And I've basically quit FGO. Like I'm on like an extended hiatus with FGO. I haven't logged in since late last year, so basically Christmas, because I just don't care right now. If I'm playing FGO at this point, I just want to read the story. I don't care about continuing the account beyond that. But yeah, something we also do, Shane, is we've had our complaints with Yu-Gi-Oh! For a while, and what we've done in response to that is we just kind of play whenever we want. We don't like dedicate an entire fucking lifetime's worth into it. And we also picked up Digimon cards, because that's something at least you and I have been planning to like get into properly for at least a while. Like you played Digimon Cyber Sleuth a while ago, and you loved it. And it's like, okay, well, the game's got to be good, right? So I've like stockpiled like Pokemon media to... I want to throw out my knee. Throw out my knee. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be a real fun feeling. You're hoping the Digimon card game's fun? Me too. Like, that's the thing. I've made efforts in preparation for when stuff like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon have just pissed me off so much that I can't bear it anymore, right? But I want to get it. I actually genuinely want to get into Digimon, and boy, we will talk about what it means to be a fan of something later tonight as well. I just want to talk about Tekken at the moment, but we will get to that fandom question. You just picked up Digimon Survive and Conception 2 this recent Steam sale. Digimon Survive, that I've heard some mixed things about that, so I'd be careful. I mean, like maybe, of course, my knee. My knee buckles under financial pressure from Meowth. But yeah, like I've heard Cyber like the Cyber Sleuth games, like that like universe is really good. Like even Digimon Story Time Stranger, right? It's like, okay. So for the Tekken players, this is kind of my point. You got it for the price of a candy bar. Fair enough. It didn't do well financially, so yeah, if you get it on the cheap, I don't blame you. I keep forgetting to swap Carplin Bay. I need to swap. So the point is... whoops. The point is... I didn't marry myself to my favorite IPs. Because doing that just makes the problem worse, right? Like when they do something you really don't agree with, it hurts a lot more than if you just take it on the chin, right? So I've made efforts to diversify my palette of like media and video games, so that I don't become obsessive and solely dedicated to just one thing. And that's the mistake Tekken players have made, where now they're in a situation where they've dug themselves into a hole that they can't get out of. Like they've attached themselves so, like they've sewn themselves at the hip with like stitches, Tekken. And now that it's not doing what it was expected to the entire time, they're in a really bad state of affairs. Which is why I was making the point, it's like you can't do that to yourself. Like it's not good for you to do that. You did that with the Dragon Ball IP back in the day, never again. Yeah. It's not a fun time. It really isn't. People should just play the Kenichi fighting game over Tekken 8. Much better game, lol. Yeah, actually. Kenichi's great. I love Kenichi. I read that manga a very long time ago. And I enjoyed it. Although, I was a feminist at the time, so... I had some really dumb opinions about it that I don't share anymore. But yeah, the Kenichi fighting game, I need to play that as well. That's kind of on my to-do list. So, heh. So yeah, Tekken players have... It's just like Stockholm Syndrome, almost. It's like you live in a constantly abusive relationship with a video game that doesn't give you what you want. And now you're suffering the consequences of sticking with that. Like, I'm sorry. Like I do actually feel bad for them to some extent. Like I'm not entirely unsympathetic to their plights. I've seen fandoms suffer a lot of the same things that they've gone through. I've seen IPs destroyed for wider audiences that didn't need to. So I feel the pain. I really do. But you really screwed yourself over by attaching yourself to just Tekken. That was such a stupid decision for these people to make. Lots of people seem to have Stockholm Syndrome to IPs that hate them. Yeah, like, you can say... Like, here's the thing. I actually reckon the Star Wars community and the Star Trek community have kind of pretty much got the right idea. Where they're just retreating to the older media that they like the older stuff. And they're just saying, I'm good here. And they're just quitting... They're just quitting the IP. Doctor Who's a good example as well. Where it's like, yeah, I like the older stuff and I'm just going to stay here because I'm sick and tired of all the new shit that they're putting out because it's actual garbage. So they've gone through the same stages of grief that Tekken players are right now. And I reckon they're coming out stronger. Like I reckon a few of them have moved on to Warhammer probably. Although Warhammer's not perfect either because the IP holders themselves are tyrannical and woke. So and those two reasons are why I'm not a Warhammer fan myself. I can't, well, apart from it's expensive as hell and I can't afford it. You kind of feel the same way with Code Geass. All this new stuff is just making the IP worse. They have, yeah. No, the Code Geass thing is, yeah. Yeah, I just stick to the original 2 seasons, and like that doesn't make me any less of a fan, by the way. Like sticking to the older stuff that you enjoy does not make you less of a fan than someone who keeps up with the whole thing. Like it depends entirely on your reasoning. My reasoning for not liking the new Code Geass media coming out is because it diverts too much away from the established lore of Code Geass. That's my main reason for not liking it, the new stuff, because it kind of just flies in the face of what came beforehand. It's annoying. And these are perfectly legitimate reasons for me to not like the new Code Geass stuff, but it's not egregiously bad enough for me to say I'm no longer a Code Geass fan. That's silly, obviously. I've seen some real shit attached to Code Geass's name, but it's not enough for me to say I give up on it, you know? They're trying to get me to enjoy 40k, but you just don't want to read all those books. Oh, it's not even the books, right? Like if you're looking to just understand what Warhammer 40k is about, there are at least, I don't recommend this if you're going to become a fan long term. I don't recommend this long term, but in the short term, like watching YouTube videos just kind of explaining the appeal of Warhammer and why you should get into it, that at least is a step in the right direction. Like the RE stuff, again, we'll get to the fandom stuff because there's some real bullshitters out there. The new Code Geass anime might, that new mech design is sus. Well, because it's part of a new canon as opposed to attaching itself to the original 2 seasons, I just can't see myself being like, okay, that's it, I'm no longer a Code Geass fan. I just can't see myself doing that. And wargaming annoys you because you always also hate RTS and grand strategy. Yeah, I don't know. Like, both of my brothers now have gotten into it, so it's just kind of a whole fucking thing where it's like, now I'm being left out, I guess. What's the point I'm trying to make? You're not talking about the new books, but old books that built the franchise. Yeah, no. I getcha. The only thing you hate is that Sunrise never put old Nightmare Frame model kits. Put out model frame kits. Well, you'd be surprised. They kind of have. I actually have a model kit, like, still in the box for, I think it's the Gurren Satan, actually. Or maybe it's just the Gurren Mark II. I had to look at the box again, but I actually got that as a Christmas present, which I was really surprised to get. So there are model kits. The problem is they don't promote it enough. Really? Yeah, hang on. I'll pull it out now. It's already here. Okay, yeah, no, it's not the Satan. Yeah, I'm looking at the Code Geass Lelouch of the Rebellion Gurren Type 2 Bandai Namco model kit. 506-8715. It's in Japanese. Bandai Spirits. Yep. Talks about Carlin. Oh, it even has a little Carlin figurine. That's cool. I didn't look at that until now. Yeah, you could put her in the cockpit. Man, this is actually really fucking sick. I need to build it. So yeah, they do exist. They're just not promoted enough. And that lack of promotion, all these years, yes, that lack of promotion is why I believe in this is my favorite conspiracy theory. I believe Sunrise executives don't like Code Geass being more popular than Gundam, or they hate the idea of it being more popular than Gundam. All these goddamn years, yeah. They've only been putting them out recently. I reckon they've only been putting them out because of the new timeline stuff, the new canon. So it's extra fucking annoying. Faint attack. Oh, it's better than bite because it never misses. Oh, not true. Bite flinches. That's I mean, the further you get into the game, the less often they're gonna do sand attack on you. You know? Bandai, I hate you so much. Yep, no, I get you. I totally get it. Anyway, we'll develop. You guys think about which move I should keep or take away while we talk about the Bandai thing. Yeah, I believe the executives were worried that Code Geass would kind of like supplant Gundam as being more popular, so they kind of just played it conservatively, so to say, which basically means not promoting it as much. Keep bite? Okay. I'm thinking the flinch thing is better. So yeah, I reckon that lack of promotion is why we haven't seen an actual model kit, especially outside of Japan, for fucking years. I didn't even know they had a model kit until recently. Like, what did I say? I maybe saw like a complex like Lancelot model kit like a few years ago, but it's like, okay, that's high end. That makes sense. The one I have, I don't think is high end, and that's not like a diss on it. I'm very grateful for the gift. All I'm saying is it's not the like premium model, and it's not supposed to be the premium model. I think those lower grade models have been missing for a long time. A Code Geass Gundam 00 crossover would have been insane. Yeah, honestly, they could have gone away with that. That would have been sick. Okay, I'm gonna level you two up after this fight. Yeah, no, there are parallels between Code Geass and Gundam 00. They kind of came out at around the same time, and I think a lot of mecha fans at the time were kind of like keenly aware of the similarities, which is probably why everyone was saying, "Oh, Code Geass is just a Gundam ripoff," which actually, Goto Taniguchi himself actually did an interview, like, kind of recently, I'd say, like the last month maybe or so. But I have an interview link where he says, actually, like, characters like Lelouch and the Black Knights, he's based on Kamen Rider. He's not based on Char, or at least not directly. Like, he wasn't intentionally based on Char. And that's the funny thing as well. I don't even think Lelouch is necessarily a Char clone. Like, this is my logic, right? So we have the Kamen Rider influence from a character named Shocker. Like, he's the leader of that, like, criminal organization. He's the bad guy, right? So Lelouch / Zero is based on Shocker. It's like, okay, that makes sense. It's like the masked thing and the hero, like the hero of justice kind of thing. Knights for Justice. Whoa, you're all sweaty now. Can I see? I'll do this. So you have Kamen Rider, and then I actually reckon the other influence on Code Geass is, like, yeah, obviously there is Gundam influence in Code Geass because it's Sunrise, so no shit. But if you ask me which Gundam influenced it, I don't think it's Char, I don't think it's Gundam Seed, I think it's Gundam Wing. That's why it would work. The crossover? Yeah, it would. No, I'll kill Onyx if I hit it. Lelouch doesn't have that new typeism, so he can't be like Char, lol. True. 100% true. No, C2 has to actually, like, induce it into him for him to have anything close to experiencing that. Zero never felt like Char to me. No, because he wasn't. He's based on a Kamen Rider character, which actually makes a lot more sense. Yeah. Shane, do you remember the name of the Char clone from Gundam Wing? He piloted the Exion. Like the red one with the whip. It's not Quattro. Quattro is just Char in Zeta. C2 will never be our Lala. Correct. Everyone should be copying C2 instead, because she's awesome. Yeah. No, Lala is her own separate archetype entirely. Like yeah, C2 and Lala are completely different. What's Shockwave you? Like, Lala is the originator of, like, this particular Gundam archetype of the new type love interest, like the female new type love interest. And C2 is not that. C2 is this mysterious vixen character. The kind that moves the plot along and has ties to something a lot deeper than you think. Lala is just a new type, right? Zex? Yeah, Zex. Zex Mech Hughes. Zex Mech, yeah. Yeah, Lelouch is more like Zex than Char. And all recover. Okay, I really need that. That's really good. I reckon we'll get rid of Confusion. Because Thief provides good coverage. And Confusion is just Psybeam but weaker. So I'm going to get rid of Confusion. Yeah, so, okay. If you haven't seen Gundam Wing spoilers, I apologize. I guess I can keep it somewhat vague. While eating all the Pizza Hut pizza, yeah. Sorry, she called me cute. So I got distracted. Yeah, fun fact, did you know the Blu-ray re-release of Code Geass, like the collection of it, there are scenes in it where they forgot to get rid of the Pizza Hut logo. So in the official English release of Code Geass on Blu-ray, we still have Pizza Hut somewhere in it. Now, it's not in every shot like it's supposed to be, but it's still there. They missed some. Not gonna lie, you don't remember anything that Zex does that's like Lelouch except a little towards the end. So that's what I'm talking about. So, slight Gundam Wing spoilers. Don't worry, you watch G-Wing in a year or two. Okay, yeah. That's fine. It's not... I don't particularly like Gundam Wing, honestly. Still finishing up Zeta. Oh, you do. You have to. Zeta's fucking goated. It's so good. Love Zeta to death. So I won't divulge too much details, but basically, Zex Zex becomes this mastermind of like this catastrophic like turning point, and everyone kind of just assumes he's the bad guy all of a sudden when he's actually doing it for a reason. And he also has a little sister he's trying to protect, right? So Zex, like Shane, you remember that whole thing. Zex was basically the proto-Lelouch in that sense, like before Zero Requiem. Banana Berry. I want to fight trainers. Got to message my friend that I went live. In a sense, he was, yeah, no, absolutely. Like when you and I were watching Gundam Wing, that's when at least I had that epiphany of like, oh, so when people say Code Geass is like Gundam, this is what they meant, right? Or at least that's what you would think people are saying, but no, they're actually talking about Shah and Gundam Seed, but real Gundam fans would know it's Gundam Wing, in my opinion. Wayne had that whole globalism plot that whole globalism plot, which was funny. Yeah. Yeah, that is funny because Gundam Wing kind of came out at the time when the United Nations was still a relatively respected organization, and now we're kind of seeing that whole idea of a global government just collapsing before our eyes, especially this year. So yeah, no, seeing globalism in Gundam Wing, it really aged poorly, in my opinion, like really badly. Watching Shah and Amuro beat Battle Bros is insane coming out of the OG series. Yeah, it's crazy, and that's what's fun about it. It's like, damn, Shah and Amuro were at each other's throats and all that, and it's like, damn, I like Amuro, but Shah is so cool too. And then you see them fight together, and you're like, oh, and you soy pog. Chunky. Pink Pokemon with a floral pattern, huh? I wonder if we have... Oh, actually, hang on, let's read that again. I wish there were pink Pokemon with a floral pattern. What does that remind you of, Gen 5 players? What an interesting foreshadowing. What an interesting foreshadow. Those who have played Gen 5, speak now and answer the question. Which Pokemon is she referring to that did not come out at the time? Without spoiling it, you still don't understand how we have a Hathaway anime when in Shah's counterattack, you know. Yeah, I don't get it either. Maybe we had to rewatch it in Japanese, maybe something changed. But wasn't understand. Why are you sleepy all of a sudden? Because I asked chat a question and chat's allergic to answering my questions. Oh my god, I'm a retard. I'm sorry, I get you now. I'm a fucking moron. Ignore what I said. You get it. It's Mushana. You get it. I'm how did Goofy say it? Oh, I'm a dumbass. What was the question? Hi doggo, thank you for showing up. Cause Rock Tunnel stinks, yeah. I misread Hiker as Hitler again. The question was, the girl was talking about wanting to see a pink Pokemon with a floral pattern. Which Pokemon is that didn't exist in that time period, and why did Geodude one-shot my Butterfree? Goofy said, I'll do it again. Yo, stream. Thanks. Hey, thanks, Cohen. Thank you for showing up. Yeah, the question was, what Pokemon was she referring to when she said she wanted to see a pink Pokemon with a floral pattern? The answer is Mushana from Generation 5, which didn't exist back in the day. So that's a cool Easter egg that I did not know about. I didn't even register that at the time. Yeah, Doggo, you missed a lot of my my thoughts on the Tekken 8 Season 3 bullshit as well. I was talking a lot about that. I haven't actually finished my point about that, so we'll get to that in a tick, but oh, there's a localization change, the hay fever thing. They changed that. It's just a dumb localization thing. Fuck it, I guess Gyarados is getting stronger. You thought it was a dirty joke at first? No. What do you mean my bug got crushed by a rock? Yeah, it's because I wasn't looking at the screen, I was reading chat. So I didn't see the rock throw. Oh, wasn't there a guy in Rock Tunnel supposed to give me Rock Slide? Yeah, whatever, it's fine. That's not what I wanted to press, but whatever, it's fine. There we go. Bro, you see people raging out over Season 3 of Tekken 8? Goodness gracious me. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I saw Shane's answer. I just saw him answer Mushana. Yep. So yeah, it was Mushana. Yeah, I was saying... So previously, so before the Mushana thing, I was talking about Code Geass, Gundam Wing being more similar to Code Geass than other Gundam shows. Before that, we were talking about Code Geass model kits finally coming out. Hi, kid, want to see my Pokemon? Herman. Fucking Herman. His name is Herman. Herman Millichair. Okay, model kits we talked about. Yeah, before that we were talking about Tekken 8 and how the solution to an IP going in a direction you don't like is to diversify your palette. That's the basic point I was making. Oops. Misclicked. Yeah, I was basically saying, it's like, look, I understand people's frustrations with Tekken 8 and how they wanted it to be a certain way and it just isn't. The only thing I could say to that is, unfortunately, Tekken 8 shows that you're not... I don't like you. I don't like anyone better than me. Finally, Lavender Town. Anyway, time for Spooky Tales. God. I lost the point I was making because I was making fun of Herman's, voice. Hey, bitch, talk to me. Oh. Well, okay. Now I feel bad. From what little you've seen, Bamco apparently missed the point of back to basics, not by a little bit either. Yeah. I get it. I sympathize. I really do. It's just... Alright, Trapman, we don't need you anymore. I want Charmeleon to come back. Oh! This is the perfect time to rename some Pokemon, actually. So I'm gonna take Monkey with me. That's fine. Half-Lambade's a little too strong right now. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Yeah, that's brutal. Oh, I do want to go to the Pokemart. Can I talk to someone who... Will you talk... Yeah, do I believe in ghosts? No. Ha ha ha, I guess not. That white hand on my shoulders, just imagining it. Ah! Okay, we've got Great Balls, Revives. Tempting, but we should probably do 15. We're not going to do that because we can go to Celadon City and we could get lemonades for way cheaper. So maybe we'll bump this up to 5. And maybe 10 more. mm. I mean, I may as well. What else am I going to buy? That's fine. You like that they ruined their own punchline in the remake? Nice job, Game Freak. Yeah. Who really said there are believers? Oh yeah, is the nickname Raider not here? No. No, Mr. Fuji is not the nickname Raider, it's this guy. I am the official name Raider. I'd like to change my nickname, please. Okay. Let's start with the beginner, Charmeleon. Yes, I would. Alright, you guys debilitate over what nickname I should give Charmeleon, while I talk about Tekken 8 for a bit. Okay. So, I am sympathetic to their plight, but at the same time, the constant bitching for 2 years, maximum, let's just narrow it down to 1 year. Like, I know Aris from Avoiding the Puddle, he quit Tekken really early, during Tekken 7, and he became a variety streamer, right? Flaming Hot, okay, I'll keep a note on that. Maybe Super Hot, where he got beat up by Gypsy Crusader, maybe not. Because I want Charmeleon to win, not to lose. Shit, what was I saying? So yeah, Aris diversified his content as a streamer. He didn't just stick with Tekken. He made the right call. Frame Whisperer, I've watched him for years. He also saw the writing on the wall very early, especially in the first season of Tekken 8, but Season 2 is when he called it quits. Like, as soon as Season 2 came out, he just said, that's it, I'm done. For good, I'm not going back to Tekken. And everyone, like, jeered at him and sneered at him, and they said, no, Frame, they have to listen to us, we are the real Tekken community, we are the true fans, they have to listen to us. Well, unfortunately, Bandai doesn't want your money anymore. And that sucks. I've been in that position multiple times, so I totally get it. It's not fair. It's not fun at all. But you learnt this lesson a year ago. Now, guys, it's been a year now. Call him rotoscoped like in that Pokemon animation. Oh, you mean... Oh, yeah. You mean that one guy who animated it where Ash meets Charmander and he does that, like fiddles with his face? Yeah, I like that. So, I think scoped fits, actually. I like that. So it does fit. I'll change it to Rotoscoper. Go, Rotoscoper! I don't know. If you guys think that's a shit nickname, I'll change it. But yeah, Tekken 8, I'm sorry, Bandai has made it perfectly clear before the game even came out that they were looking to draw in a brand new audience, right? Basically, to replace the old audience. Because from Bandai, here's the problem. This is why I went on Mike's stream and I did that video about Tekken 8 and Tekken Cross Street Fighter, right? Bandai realized whatever's funnier. Okay. Rotoscopia. Rotoscopium. 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 I'll do that. Rotoscopium. Rotoscopium. Just do rotoscoped, it's perfect. Fine, whatever. Whatever, I'll do it. Okay. Anyway, my point is, Tekken players had at most 2 years, at minimum. I almost did the scopium thing again. Rotoscoped. Alright, monkey. Alright. Debilitate over this nickname now. You dipped the minute you saw that it was Clive that got into Tekken 8 rather than Tifa. You know, the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Yeah. Yeah, no, they kind of made a mistake with that. They should have just been Tifa at this point. My point is, Tekken players had at least 1 year to sort Mankey D. Luffy. Okay. Mankey. That won't fit. How about M D Luffy? Perfect. Mankey D. Luffy. The Tekken fan base cheered like Hong Ming Sung had Mr. Sitter against Manchester City. You're cutting your soccer references very deep, my friend, because I don't got that at all. Alright. Alright, Butterfree, give me a nickname, go! So yeah, you guys had a year to sort yourselves out. You should... If you wanted to play competitively, do Fatal Fury. If you just like 3D fighters, you should have done Virtua Fighter. And I know what the typical response to that is. I know what their typical response is. No other game has movement like Tekken. It's like, yes, of course Tekken is unique in its movement, but not all food is fucking roast beef either. Not all food tastes like beef. Not all food is chicken. Expand your palate, guys. You're supposed to have a palate of things to eat. You can't be fussy. As an adult, you can't be fussy about these things. You have to have a wide variety of things that you like. It's just so frustrating when they complain about something, You offer them the solution, and then they say, no, I don't want the solution. I just want to be angry and mad about it. It's like, come on, guys. I can't help you if you can't help yourselves, you know? And look, here's the thing, right? Like, I've got into a back and forth a little bit. Typical female behavior, yeah. I got into a back and forth about this, right? I was asked, well, what if Dead or Alive 7 didn't do what you wanted? It's like, okay, let's unpack that for a minute, right? First off, I am not married to Dead or Alive like Tekken players are to Tekken, right? Dead or Alive is, and this is heretical according to the FGC, Dead or Alive is within a rotation of video games that I play, especially fighting games. What fighting games am I playing? I'm playing Street Fighter 6 mostly. I put like 400 hours into that. DOA obviously. Grand Blue, Soul Calibur. Been trying to get back into Blaze Blue, which it's installed on my Windows but not on my Linux because I want screenshot consistency, so I just need to make time for it. Like, I have a rotation of fighting games and video games in general, right? The concept of if I don't like it, I don't buy it is anathema to these people. Yes, and that's my second point. That's my second point, right? If Dead or Alive 7 repeats the mistakes of Dead or Alive 6, where they come out of the gates saying that it's got to be toned down because we're embarrassed by DOA 5, which at this point it's fucking 10 years move on from that game in terms of complaining about it, right? Like, don't move on in terms of saying it's a good game because it is a good game. I mean, this constant fucking childish embarrassment over Dead or Alive 5, move the fuck on, people. Right? If Dead or Alive 7 continues the exact same train of thought with Dead or Alive 6, best of luck to you. I'm not buying the game. I'm moving on, right? At that point, I just don't give a shit anymore. I'm just going to play DOA 5 and 4. And I'm just going to call that my day. And if I stop playing DOA 5 after a while, then so be it, right? I'm not married to these IPs. The only IP I guess you could say I'm married to is Pokemon, because I've grown up with it literally my entire life, right? Pokemon and I are basically the same age. We're close to the same age, so that's why I'm attached to it. Heard a door slam. Anyway, it's fine. So I'm not attached to Dead or Alive like that. I'm just not. I'm just gonna be honest. But my third point I want to make with the Tekken and Dead or Alive comparison, it's like, look, the Tekken 8 debacle, the Tekken community, the divide in the Tekken community is about the gameplay itself being a problem, right? So Bandai is replacing the hardcore. This is what I didn't get to expand on before. This is one of the things I forgot about. Bandai saw the Tekken problem, the conundrum of Tekken, and they said, we have built upon the foundation of Tekken so high that it's now a skyscraper that's impossible for casuals to get into without dedicating way too much time into the game, and they'll just end up dropping off and not actually committing to it, right? So they decided Tekken 8 is going to be the game to be the entry point for these new players, which I personally believe was a mistake. I believe Tekken Cross Street Fighter should have been that gateway, not Tekken 8. But whatever, we don't live in that timeline, so we have to deal with this one. So they did that. So they made those more casualized changes to Tekken 8, those more accessible changes. And obviously, the long-term competitive veteran players are not happy with that. It's like, okay, I understand that. Everything I'm saying about Tekken players being attached to this IP, I'm not even disagreeing with your complaints about the balance and the gameplay changes, right? I'm not. Like, I'm really not. I totally get it. That it used to be one way and now it isn't. I get it. But also, please come up with a Butterfree nickname while we're here. Like, the reason... Like, so here's this thing. Like, you can fight... If you wanted to fight this battle to save Tekken 8, because the gameplay should go back to what it should be, it's like, you do you, bro. I don't think you're gonna get anywhere with that. I think you should give up on Tekken 8 entirely, but whatever, right? So, why is Dead or Alive different? Because Dead or Alive's... The division in the DOA community is not about gameplay, it's about content. It's about reputation. It's about image. It's not about appealing to casuals from a gameplay perspective, because DOA has always appealed to casuals from a gameplay perspective. It's always been accessible. It's just 3 buttons. Hold, punch, and kick. Hold, punch, and kick. Wow, easy, right? Super easy. And there are iterations of the hold system where it encourages you to do all 6 directions of the hold system as opposed to 4. That's a whole fucking other discussion, but it's like, okay, the whole system got really complex at one point, and then it got simplified a bit later. And that was Itagaki's decision. He wanted to do that because he wanted casuals to still be able to play the game, right? And that was one of his criticisms with 5. He believed 5 was too complicated, so they upped the fan service to compensate for the gameplay being too difficult, which I don't agree with. I don't agree with him on that, but I mean, he's dead now, so what difference does that make, right? So Dead or Alive problem is not a gameplay perspective minus DOA 6. That's a whole fucking other discussion, right? Dead or Alive's division is about the fan service. It's always been about the fan service. So trying to resolve the Tekken 8 issue is very different from Dead or Alive, because the community for Tekken generally agrees that the gameplay needs to be fixed. Like, there's no real division apart from like a minority of voices who don't believe it's as big of a problem as people are saying it is, or the new fans, basically, we'll call them the new fans, the new players, who keep asking for more buffs for their characters, even though they already have a bunch of buffs that they just don't realize that they're not using, right? Dead or Alive... The reason I would complain about Dead or Alive and go in a particular direction is because I believe the reputation of the FGC is fake. Basically, I believe the barriers to Dead or Alive are false. They're illusions. They're excuses to not play the game because of your own personal embarrassment. So, Tekken 8's problem is a gameplay thing. Dead or Alive's problem is a you problem. It's you who's embarrassed to play it. It's you who's embarrassed to play it in front of other people. It's you who is embarrassed to recommend it to other people. It's you who is unable to defend Dead or Alive from people who accuse you of being a whatever, right? It's you who is unable to defend the game properly. That's not on me, right? Oh, DOA 5 went too far. Fuck off, I don't care if you think it went too far. You're not the target audience. Right? You're just not. And you should stop pretending that you are. That's the thing with Dead or Alive. Mario movie, because they both put people to sleep, lol. Yeah, the Mario movie's shit. I'm sorry. I hate that movie. Like, maybe maybe you believe there's this cultural divide between East and West for Dead or Alive. Wait, new fans or new fans? I guess new fans, quote unquote fans, right? The people who picked up DOA 6 and kind of clinging on to the hope that last round will address all their problems, which I'm gotta be honest, it's not looking likely. It's not looking likely for you guys. Based on what we've seen so far with DOA 6, it looks like they're listening more to my particular complaints and not yours. So, oh well. Do I want rollback for your video game? Of course I do. But I want DOA to have fan service, so it's gotta get fan service. Sorry. That's what it needs. It needs that to survive in 2026. But back to the cultural thing. It's like, okay, maybe you think there's a fucking cultural difference between East and West that is so insurmountable that you have no choice but to tone it down for the Western audience, because apparently the Western audience is a bigger audience than all of Asia. It's like, I don't agree with that. As Venus Vacation has proven. So maybe you should wake up to reality. I'm sorry. I'm sorry Dead or Alive doesn't appeal to your particular I only play male characters fantasy. I'm sorry it doesn't appeal to you that way. You have plenty of other games that do. And even the games that do appeal to your particular male fantasy, they still have goonish shit too. They still have the goon slop, the dreaded goon slop. So just like how Fallout New Vegas got an influx of new fans. Yeah, because of the Netflix show as well. That's a problem too. I don't want to talk to that Cubone. That's sad. The only cultural difference is that our squeaky wheels are crying that no one is giving them grease anymore. Yeah. So this whole bullshit narrative about cultural differences. Here's the reality of the situation, right? Culturally speaking, the West actually used to tolerate fan service a lot more than it does now. Like the dreaded body stereotyping era, as they call it, right? Where all these young women like starve themselves and become anorexic and all that stuff to appeal to men, kind of thing, right? It's like, okay. Gyarados is way too strong. I want to leave Gyarados out for a while. But so is Spoon. Spoon is so strong. You know what? I'm gonna catch a new Pokemon. I want to catch a new Pokemon. That's what I'm gonna do. But this idea that the West was always prudish, look, there is truth to that, but there was a time where we actually were not as bad as we are now. You know? We used to have fan service on the level of Japanese and Koreans, then the left took over and everything changed. Yes, 100%. Even within the realm of Dead or Alive specifically, right? It's like, did we have people who were making fun of people for liking Dead or Alive? Yes, they did, because players like Perfect Legend said that was happening, right? So that does exist. But if we're talking from a wider cultural perspective, it was a completely different society in the 2000s. Like, people openly celebrated, like, booth babes, sexualized magazine covers, Dead or Alive. We had all this. Like, we used to be a proper society where we used to have buxom babes on the front of magazine covers, including video game characters, and no one had a problem with them. Like, if people did have a problem with them, they mostly just left it alone. They just kind of moved on, right? So we had basically a real society at one point, a real, actual, tolerant, post-racial society. Like, I know that's a side tangent for another day, but like we were on the path to actually being a pretty good like society for people to live in. Booth babes where they had no idea what they were promoting. Yeah, but they were getting paid for looking good and having fun, right? And that's fine. I don't have a problem with them doing that. DOA used to be an Xbox exclusive series. Yes. Like, Dead or Alive used to be among the repertoire of Dude Bro games, right? Like, remember Dude Bros? Those used to exist. And they were associated pretty much entirely with Xbox games. Like Halo, Gears of War, Call of Duty, stuff like that. That was the Xbox identity. And Dude Bros were part of that. And Dead or Alive was a part of that library of games. Mafia 2 had Playboy mags, yes, and they censored that in a remaster, by the way. They censored that in a remaster. God, Clefairy, stop fucking slapping me, you bitch. I mean, you're not fairy type in Gen 3, but here's Metal Claw. Yeah, so this era of prudishness was on its way out at one point. It's just the 2010s fucked everything up. Now, and that's gotta be mentioned in my video, basically. Like what I just told you is gonna be mentioned in the video. All that is to say, DOA's community, like the divide in the DOA community is not the same as Tekken's. Like, it might seem so on the surface because it's like, oh, two opposing groups have a particular want and desire from the game, and one of them is not getting it and the other is. Like, okay, if you're talking superficially, sure, that there is that divide, but when you have the full context, it's not the same. Like, they are different. Lol, you didn't play the remaster, you tried it the first time recently, glad you went with the original. Yeah, nah, I should try the Mafia series, like the first two, just the first two. I don't want to play anything else. Okay, if it's Growlithe, then I should probably just go pick my knee. Rotoscope. Okay, I messed with your face. Now return for my knee. Shockwave. Yeah, there are a lot of games I want to play. And we'll get to the fandom thing soon. I just wanted to say, to kind of like cap off the Tekken discussion, it's like, you should have moved on from Tekken ages ago. I'm sorry it's not giving you what you want. I really am. But your obsession with staying with Tekken is genuinely unhealthy for you, and you need to realize that. Some of them have actually quit. Like, there's a Muslim player called Joker. People call him French. He's Muslim, let's be honest. There's a Muslim player named Joker. He played Tekken 8 competitively, and he said, okay, I'm done. Like, I saw Season 3, and I'm done. I don't want to play it anymore. Have I seen the recent beef between Punisher, had Space, or YouTube hides the comment, and Mike Hollow on Twitter? Yes, I have, and to be honest, I'm kind of sick of both of them arguing with each other. I think they're both being childish for different reasons. Okay, well, I got burnt, so... But yeah, I have seen that, and I think they're both being ridiculous at this point. I'm actually kind of sick and tired of them talking past each other and throwing insults that don't need to exist. Did anyone get knocked out? No, just have to heal someone after the fight. Yeah. How do I explain it? How do I explain my issues with both of them without sounding like I'm being unfair? Fair enough. So, here's the beef, right? Punisher says one thing about Tekken and Dead or Alive. Mike Hollow comes in not understanding it. Punisher uses that to dismiss talking with Mike Hollow on anything. Mike Hollow gets sassy and bitchy about it. And then they've been doing this back and forth constantly, basically ever since. Where everyone's talking past each other. No one wants to understand either's point of view. My point specifically in relation to that is Mike. I think Mike is being obtuse about it, if that's the right word. And why do I think Mike is not understanding the problem? Because I spent 7 hours trying to argue the problem and he didn't get it, so. You're so glad you spend most of your time living away from fandoms. They're not what they used to be in your teens. Yeah. Sorry, like, I'll get to the I really will get to the fandom thing. I'm just talking about the Mike drama. So, Mike has firmly placed his allegiance on the fighting game player side of the DOA thing, which annoys me personally because I've been trying so hard to explain why the casuals were being slighted against by not only Koei Tecmo but DOA players in general. But he's picked his side and I picked my side, so I just had to live with that. And it's because Mike picked his side that Punisher has decided that Mike is now a bad faith actor and that he's only content farming, he's a vulture, stuff like that, right? So now both of them are being immature for different reasons. And, well, frankly, I'm just sick of them throwing pot shots at each other because I don't think either of them want to understand anything. Boo? Yeah. I know, I'm sorry. I will get to it. It's just the drama pisses me off. It really does. Like, I think both of them are being stupid for different reasons. And I think for grown men, it's kind of embarrassing as well, to be honest. Oh, ethnic weeb, you lost your shit in a live stream, so you're a hypocrite. It's like, yeah, whatever, call me a hypocrite. I had 1 hour of sleep, and I fought like a million people by myself for 7 hours, so whatever. They need to grow the F up? Yeah, they do. Both of them do. Like, if they want me to tell that to them personally, I'll tell that to them personally, because I think they're both being childish. Mike is being childish for pretending to not understand the problem, and Punisher's being childish for not being willing to actually, like, stand up for his beliefs in a voiced conversation. He's just staying on Twitter for it, which I think is being stupid. I don't think that helps anything, because Punisher's trying to keep the whole thing on Twitter and not making videos about it or talking about it properly. He's just letting Mike create content around him. Like he's giving Mike the excuse to be the content vulture that he was criticizing him for, and he's just using that as circular logic to justify not wanting to talk to Mike about anything. Don't worry, losing your shit is optics. Optics don't matter. Yeah. Well, I wanted to go into that stream trying to argue my point, but if I can't keep my cool, then I just look like a lunatic, right? And here's the thing. Mike says he's very stoic. He practices stoicism when it comes to Twitter. With Punisher, I'm sorry, mate. I don't fucking believe you. I'm not an optic cell. Yeah, I get it. I try not to be an optic cell either. Um, it's hard to separate myself from that desire to seem reasonable. When it comes to Punisher, I don't. Honestly, Mike, I don't fucking believe you. I think you are getting annoyed at him, and you've made it pretty clear that he annoys you. Um. So if you and I talk again and you try to say that you're stoic about it, I'm just calling you out on it. I don't believe you. I think he gets under your skin for a variety of reasons. Maybe it's because you don't think he's telling the truth. Whatever. Um, I think if you're older than me, because you are older than me, that you should try to be the bigger man in that situation. But like I said, you're both in the wrong for different reasons. So it's not like I'm blaming you personally. But don't bullshit me to say that you're being stoic about it. You're not being stoic about it. I can tell in the tone of your tweets that you're very much a petty, sassy person when you want to be. And with Punisher, you're being pure sass. It's pure sass from you. You're just trying to talk a big game and goad him into something that he doesn't want to do. And you're turning around and saying it's like, therefore I'm the winner, he's a coward kind of thing. It's like that's just being immature as well. But whatever. Anyway, that'll get clipped at some point, I guess. Anyway, what do you guys want to call our new Pidgey? That can turn into a Pidgeotto, potentially. I'm thinking... Barrel Scraper. If it'll fit. Nah. Call him Chirpot? Reverb? Is Chirpot another reference to that animation, Shane? Be honest. How about Drama Llama? Drama Llama. It's an Only Plays reference? Okay. Why not Bird Jesus? Because I don't know if I'll get Pidgeot. How about... I do like Freeburb. Might do Freeburb. Yeah, Freeburb's good too, yeah. Freeburbu. Freeburbu. Oh, speaking of Beeboo, I don't know if you guys have been seeing clips about Pokopia. Looks like a fun game, but god damn it. Incel. Sweet, got Lumberry. Oh, fuck's sake. D-pad's so sensitive. But yeah, Pokopia, so, basically, the legendary Pokemon have accents that none of us imagined they would have. So it's been causing a lot of, like, dissonance in the fandom, especially for a VTuber named Koseki Bijou, where she fucking hates the legendary's accents. They basically talk like cowboys. It's really, really funny, because it ruins my image of them too, but fuck is it really funny. And in case you're wondering, the reason they sound like casual and, in Kyogre's case, cowboy, is because they're actually referencing like a Kansai dialect, like a more casual dialect. So it's causing people to be like, what the fuck, why, kind of thing, you know? Game looks alright, but it's not my speed. Yeah, no, I get it. Personally, I think it looks really fun. If I got a Switch 2, I would buy that. I would probably get that game, honestly. Are the accents a localization thing, or is it in the Japanese too? So the localization did the typical thing English localizations do, where they take the Japanese Kansai dialect and they they turn that into like a more hick cowboy Texan accent. Reburbu is lonely nature. Okay, that's not too bad, I guess. So, I understand the frustration with the legendaries talking like that, because they arguably shouldn't, but I can't say it's not funny. Anyway, while we beat up this nerd, let's talk about the problem with calling yourself a fan of something if you don't play the fucking game. Okay, so the title of the stream says, hopefully this week will be drama-free. What the fuck? Why did I almost die? Okay, go, my knee. So, the title of the stream was, hopefully this week will be drama-free. Spoiler alert, it has not been drama-free, it's been the exact opposite. So, Resident Evil 9 Requiem came out, and it sold a lot of copies, right? It's like, okay, it has issues in my opinion, but what can you do? It sold a lot of copies. And what this recent Resident Evil release has exposed is that there are far too many people in gaming communities, not just Resident Evil, but this could apply to Persona, for example, especially Persona. There are too many people saying, I'm a fan of X property. And when people ask them, like, which game did they play, they say, oh, I watched a playthrough on YouTube. Why did you watch a playthrough instead of playing the game? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Video games are not movies, guys. Many such cases, yeah. Video games are meant to be played. To call yourself a video game fan, you have to at least play them. Like, and like, oh my god. Because the interactive movie allegations are not being beaten. No. Fucking... This discourse has been a thing since basically the Super Best Friends. And I'm gonna pin it on them specifically, because I remember them answering the question about that. About if you're a fan of something, if you haven't played it, if you just watched a playthrough. They joined that discourse fucking 11 years ago, basically. Okay, I want to swap Pokemon in, because this is a tag team. Will shock you with our twin power. Ooh, ah. Oh no. Oh, you twins. What can I do? I'm gonna be ruined. Okay, fine. You get electrocuted and burnt at the same time. Good for you. Like, look. If you want to be a fan... Hey, no, both they're nice paralyzed. They're both paralyzed, I should say. Look. If you want to call yourself a fan, but it's impossible for you to play every game in the franchise, that's fine. Like, there's no expectation for you to play literally every game in the franchise to call yourself a fan, right? There are logistical reasons for why this or that reason you might not be able to. I get it, from that perspective. But Kyle, I watched a playthrough of RE4 and I was a fan of it. Yeah, so... Like, this discourse started over a fucking decade ago with the boom of Let's Play channels, right? And that's fine if you wanted to watch our twin power. If you wanted to watch a playthrough, that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with you watching a playthrough. What's wrong with that is if you turn around and say, I'm just as much of a fan of this IP as the people who actually played the game either from the first release, from the first entry, or the latest entry, right? So that's a pretty wide scope of gamers, right? So you have people who started from the first and people who have actually played the latest. And for the sake of argument, minus whatever their political opinions are for arguing to change the content, we'll get to that. We'll assume for the sake of argument that people who have played the first entry and at least the latest entry will say they're fans, right? People who watch playthroughs and video essays on their favorite Silent Hill theories, you're not fans of the IP. And the annoying part is, it shouldn't bother you if people say you're not a fan. I thought I would. I'm timid nature. I'm dumb. You're a fan of watching people play said games. Yes, exactly. You're not a fan of the game itself because you experienced it in a way that is the antithesis to a video game. You didn't play it the intent. You didn't experience the game the intended way, which is to actually fucking play the damn thing. Dark Souls fans, quote unquote, that only watch lore videos instead of playing them. Yeah, oh my god, yes. Like, what these people don't understand is that they are fans of a particular curated experience of an IP. Therefore they cannot call themselves fans of the things because they are not experiencing it the intended way. For movies, you watch the movie if you want to call yourself a fan of that movie. You don't watch documentaries, well, not exclusively documentaries anyway. You don't watch video essays talking about the movie, you watch the damn movie. When you watch a video essay, it should be to entice you to play the movie in your living room, or otherwise experience it. That's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to entice you to experience it the intended way. If you watch a playthrough and you say, okay, I've now experienced my story-driven experience. I've now lived my story-driven experience. We're talking about Resident Evil, by the way, as their story-driven experience. It's like, therefore, I'm now a fan because I watched the story play out. It's like, motherfucker, that's not how it fucking works. Look, I'm a budding Resident Evil fan. I've only played Resident Evil Remake, the first one, the very first remake, the one that's good. And that's fine. I am perfectly comfortable with not calling myself like a proper Resident Evil fan because I've only played Resident Evil Remake 1. Resident Evil 1 Remake. I'm comfortable saying that. There's no shame in me saying that because, once again, I've built up a backlog of the games that I will play through at some point in my life. Because I intend to become a Resident Evil fan. I am making the effort to become a Resident Evil fan. It's like a fucking immigrant in a new country. Making the effort to naturalize. Right? I'm trying to naturalize into the Resident Evil fandom. I'm trying to naturalize into the Dead or Alive fandom, or whatever fandom you want to fucking, want to give me, right? These people aren't doing that. They're genuine tourists, genuine fucking cultural invaders. Like, they're actually an invasive species. I could just heal, but it's quicker to just go to the Pokemon Center. It's free. You usually play games first, then watch lore later, like months later. Yeah. Like, if you want to watch videos to introduce you to the idea of playing it. Okay, not even that far. If you're watching videos to pique your interest in an IP, that's fine. What's not fine is stopping there. You should, if you're actually serious about becoming a fan of something, you should actually make the effort to experience it the intended way. And in the case of movies, it's watching. In the case of books, it's reading. Audio books is a different discussion. Probably a different experience altogether, to be honest. That's a separate discussion. We don't really need to get into that. Manga, read. Anime, watch. Games, play them. Play the fucking game, you tourist cunt. You will say you are a fan of Yeek, but only from a third-person experience, lol. Yeah. You're a fan of making fun of Yeek. You're not an actual, like, not to insult you, Shane, but you're not an actual Yeek fan. You're a fan of making fun of it. And that's fine. Like, you're not going into these Yeek communities, if they exist. You're not going over to Yeek players and saying, it should be this way because I watched it instead of playing it, right? Because you're not going to actually know properly, like, how something is supposed to be experienced, unless you actually play it, right? But these fucking Resident Evil fans, and all kinds of other fans, especially Persona. Persona is the worst example of this. These people are doing that. They're watching playthroughs, they're watching other people play and react to the game, adopting their opinions as their own, and saying, I'm a fan, now make everyone gay and trans and woke for me. It's like, fuck off, people. Getting real tired of tourist season, no offense, but you guys are really lowering the bar, yeah. Even you want to play Persona 1 and the Persona 2 games on PSP. Yes, I have a backlog of Persona games. I've started playing Persona 4. I watched the Persona 4 anime. I don't think that's the best way to watch it, personally, so why I want to play the game. You're a bitch. Too bad for you, Shockwave. Can't miss! RE9 really does feel like they made it so VTubers would play it to promote it. Capcom is the master of doing that. And I don't blame them, because Devil May Cry 5 playthroughs, or just Devil May Cry playthroughs, have been really popular with female streamers. I get it. So I don't blame Capcom for seeing that and thinking there's some marketability and potential to make money. I get it. Street Fighter 6 in Japan exploded thanks to VTubers. I totally get it. But you shouldn't... But that's not the same thing as allowing you shouldn't allow tourists who are watching these streams to dictate the direction of your fucking IP. Honestly, that's why you can't yet call yourself a Persona fan, but you've been wanting to properly experience P3 to 5. So, this is kind of my standard, right? When it comes to Persona, I am a Persona 5 fan. Now, why is that? Why am I not just a Persona fan? It's because I've only played Persona 5 to completion, right? Now, do I have other Persona games in my collection? Yes, I do. I have Persona 4 physically. I have Persona 3 digitally. I have Persona 4 Dancing All Night digitally. I have Persona 3 and 5 Dancing All Stars, I think it's called. I have them physically. I have a digital copy of Persona 1 on PS Vita. I have Persona 2 somewhere on my hard drive that I totally acquired legally. You're gonna use Thundershock, so I shouldn't put out sprinkles. Put out Moist Spoon. So, in my head, my standard is, I am a fan of Persona 5 specifically. Not a Shin Megami Tensei fan or a Persona fan broadly. That's not a... I have Persona 4 Arena as well. That's the other games I have. Well, technically Ultimax. I only have Ultimax. I don't have P4 Arena original. I know he's doing his job, but I think he's mean. That's such a girl thing to say. Spelongberry. What kind of name is that? Spelong. So yeah, I'm a Persona 5 fan, not a Persona fan. And that's not me being derogatory for people who've only played Persona 5. It is derogatory to Persona 5 watchers, but not if people were like me and they only finished Persona 5. It's an opportunity for you to go back and play the other games. Look, there are a lot of bad games coming out today. You have a backlog. By all means, please attack your backlog. Get through it as much as you can. You have, like, you only have so much time in the world, so you may as well enjoy it, right? Get those female reactions to Leon kind of videos. Yeah, no, definitely. Definitely, and even with Alex in Street Fighter 6, that's a Guna bait thing as well. And I'm not necessarily complaining that it's there. Like I can, I see it, I can spot it easily. My complaint is the hypocrisy around female gooning. That's my complaint with that. And you keep meaning to make time for those games. Well, if you're working, I understand you're busy, so that's hard to do, because they're long games. You have a copy of Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 on the PS2. Yep. That's fair. I have Persona 4 Golden on the Vita. I have it physically. I bought a physical copy on PlayAsia on, fucking 10 years ago. And I've only attacked it, last year. Well, that's not true. God. Shit. I don't think I've played it in nearly 2 years now. It was a bad time for me mentally, so I kind of needed to take my mind off things. you do need to get Persona 4 Arena one day. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why Ultimax continues to have fucking DRM on it on Steam, but there's a way to get a copy of that game through other means that I could DM you about on Twitter if you followed me. How does Persona 4 play on Vita? What does the screen feel small, or is it alright? Let me think. I think it feels pretty nice in handheld, honestly. I know there are differences between PS Vita screens. Like one is more like one is an OLED screen, one is an LCD screen, or like, no, what is it? LCD and IPS, I think it is. Like, I know the particular model of PS Vita you have determines the screen quality. So people, the ideal screen quality you want is the OLED, or LCD. Sorry, I don't remember which one it is. But the original base model screen is the one you're looking for, right? Ideally. But if you can only get the IPS screen, then yeah, you take what you get. So I think Persona 4 looks really, really fantastic on the Vita. Like PS1 games did on the PSP, kind of thing. PS2 looks great on Vita. And I've had no issues with, like a lack of an L2 and R2 button. I don't even know Persona 4 original used them that often, so maybe not, you know? Yeah, Carl, get on that backlog. Final Fantasy 16 misses you. Yeah, I know. Shut up. I know. I'm playing Pokemon, Shane. Yeah, Thunderwave, fuck it. Anyway, what was I getting to? There are so many fucking people who are afraid of not being part of the conversation and not being part of the fandom or the community when a new entry comes out. They're so afraid of feeling left out. But the reality is, you don't have to include yourself in every conversation either. Like, look, if you want to play the video game that badly, there are ways to play the video game. If you really want it, the internet is free. Well, you have to pay for the internet, but there are avenues. I should have just swapped. What am I doing? Now I'm gonna die. Fuck's sake. But what's the number one fucking thing these tourists have been saying? My knee! Yeah, they've been saying my knee. What's the number one thing that they've been saying in response to people saying, play the fucking video game, you dumbass? They've been saying, oh, you hate disabled people. I'm like, what? Oh, you hate people who can't play the game, so they have to watch it. You're ableist. That's my knee. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, you dumbass? These fucking idiots expect me to believe that they can use disabled people as a shield against criticism and expect me to not call them out on that? Like, fuck you, you idiots. What the fuck are you saying? You're ableist because they can't play the game. It's like, fucking, if you want disabled people to play the game, then you should be fundraising their fucking disabled controllers, you fucking cunt. If you really feel bad for disabled people not being able to play with a regular fucking controller in their hands, fucking buy them that PlayStation accessibility controller. Buy them an Xbox accessibility controller. They exist. And disabled people do use them. So fucking give them one for free, you dumbass. He's a rocket grunt, I think. Or a rocket scientist. Nope, nope. I'm just a bigot against scientists, apparently. He's a super nerd. Oh, of course you send out an electric type when I have an electric type. Eat my foot, you dickhead. Like, here's the thing. I'm just standing up just to stretch my legs a bit. Here's the thing. When people say, I'm disabled, I can't play it, or I'm poor, I can't buy it, they're excuses. They're just excuses. If there's a will, there's a way, right? Especially in today's day and age. It's so much easier now to get video games for free, especially old retro games, because we're talking about Resident Evil here. If you want to play an old Resident Evil game, you will find a way. In fact, 3 of them... Yeah, the 3 oldest Resident Evil games are available on GOG, right? And GOG does not have DRM. So what does that mean? Piracy is available. So if you're too poor to buy a video game, I get it. I can sympathize with that. Usually if I can't afford a game, I just don't buy it until eventually I can, right? I just save up. Magnemite. So yeah, there's a beautiful thing called the internet. If you want to experience a video game properly and actually play it, you lazy fuckers, you will find a way to do it. But here's what they're actually saying. All this fucking arguing about I'm too poor or I'm disabled, they don't actually believe that. They don't actually care about that. The issue is never the issue is always the revolution, right? I've been saying that a lot. So what does that mean in the context of video games? Or just fandoms in general? What that means is they're going into these communities to promote Marxism, to promote changes to the IP to suit their ideology. That's what they're actually doing, right? So, yeah, that's great. Oh, hang on, you know what? I should go into that building first anyway, because if it's blocked off, it's blocked off. You're meant to go in here. Is there an item here? No. Oh, there's an old man here. Don't want to forget him. You know, rotoscope needs to, blah, blah. Yeah. This is what they're actually doing. They're Marxists, right? And Marxists want to trigger, revolutions. That's their whole shtick. Their job is to trigger revolutions. And to do that, you have to turn the personal into political. So they infiltrate these escapist entertainment hobbies, like video games, like anime, like manga, cosplay, whatever you can think of, right? Escapist hobbies. And they say, actually, I don't quite like that thing. I don't quite like that thing. That needs to change. And because people are too nice and they were too afraid of kicking out people because, oh my god, we finally have people who are interested in the thing I've liked for years, and I don't want to be lonely anymore. So they exploited our loneliness, ingratiated themselves into positions of power in these communities, and then when they finally got the power they wanted, they kicked everyone else out for being bigots, and they said, we now control this community, this is now our IP, we're going to do whatever we want with it, and if you complain, you're a fucking racist bigot chud. Right? So they do all that. Oh, I'm asleep. Whatever. And And that the power they wield in the community, that then is transferred to the gaming companies themselves, which then leads to censorship. It leads to woke politics and propaganda. That's what happens. Ooh, Thunderbolt. Ooh, beautiful. That's fucking excellent. Should I replace Thunderwave with Thunderbolt? Or Shockwave? What do you guys think? You think about that answer while I rant about these fucking tourists. So if you're ever wondering why people can be so unbelievably stupid when they're talking about being a fan of something, it's because they're not actually fans. They don't actually want to be fans. Get rid of Thunderwave, okay? They're here for the revolution, comrade. And we're gonna get it by any means necessary, including ruining the things you love. Because if you are able to escape the political and do what you want with your life and have fun, that means the revolution can't be triggered. And that's a problem. So they have to constantly remind you, hey buddy, that billionaire makes more money than you. Aren't you jealous? Don't you want to get back at him? It's like, hey, that's a nice video game you got there. It's too bad it's made by fucking misogynists and racists and homophobes and transphobes and all these other fucking buzzwords that you don't actually give a shit about, but I'm gonna make sure you give a shit about it. And once they agitate and convert enough of you into their way of thinking, well, they just get a brand new recruit, don't they? A brand new soldier to fight their shit war against normal reality. And that's what we've been seeing for over a decade. Like 15 years of this shit. At least. Like we saw it with fucking games journalism and Gamergate, right? It's been fucking prolific for years of people just saying, I'm a fan of X and Y, except I'm not. Oh, sorry, I wanted to keep looking. What can what I want to catch is like Growlithe and Vulpix. That's what I've been trying to grab. Because I want to evolve them. So yeah, we've been seeing these people infiltrating our communities for over a fucking decade. And as a result of that, because we had this naive idea that, oh, these people are fans like us, they just don't understand why it should be the way it is, right? We were naive to believe that. They were never fans of what we wanted. They wanted to change it and ruin it for us. Because they hate us. So all this discourse about, for example, fan service in video games with Dead or Alive, or fucking female characters in general, or gay people, or trans people, all that shit. All the discourse, especially even in Resident Evil, in Persona, especially Persona. Oh my lord. Like all that discourse, all these people who never liked the thing to begin with, they just ruined it for everyone else, and the companies, because they see this loud minority, assume it's the majority, and they cater to them. And that just gives them another cultural victory. One more step to the revolution, Conrad. But will the new Pokemon game have body type? Well, they've technically already removed they've removed the idea of sex in Pokemon for your avatar for a while now. They've been doing it since Sun and Moon, I think. Or did they? In Sun and Moon, could you say boy or girl and then get a template? Or is that just X and Y? I don't remember. The point is they've deliberately made it so that they don't call you a boy or a girl explicitly in your character selection, but they'll do it in the game itself, which is fucking stupid. It literally makes no difference. It's the same fucking term. We know exactly what you mean by body type A and B, because body type B can't take her top off, because she has female nipples. So we're not dumbasses. We know what you're doing. I'll put you away, to be honest. And we've been seeing this fucking... This constant arguing and bitching did not need to go on as long as it has. It's so annoying. Relathing, Vulpix. Eevee time? Yeah, I was kind of debating, actually. I think I'll just get Eevee. Keep out of Team Rocket's way! Look, gambling! And I just realized there's a tree to cut. We'll do that after I get Eevee. Get lost or I'll punch you? That's fucking hilarious. Get lost or I'll punch you. That's what passive entertainment does to a motherfucker. I believe in interactive entertainment supremacy. Yeah. Video games are awesome. What can I say? I actually agree. Old lady. Yep. Wrong side. Had a feeling. That's fine. I don't even think there are any items here, are there? No, it's just the wrong way. Look, it's the Game Freak office, and look, it's my favorite guy. Isn't Erica cute? I like Mystery a lot too. Oh, and Sabrina, I like her. This is the Lolicon. This is the Lolicon guy. He is funny as hell. I drew you. That's creepy. You drew me. Dude, I'm like a 10-year-old girl. What are you talking about? That is funny, though. Yeah, like, I know people have gotten, like, really black-pilled about video games, and I totally get it. But really, your best option is to actually just play older games. Like, it's so much better for your mental health. I really mean it. Ether. That man left the company a long time ago now, probably. Yeah, maybe. I hope not. He's funny as hell. Because they don't give him dialogue anymore, I noticed. In the newer games. Alright. If I'm gonna do a stone evolution, I'm gonna reset for the nature. Alright, gotta save. You think it was proven that gaming is healthy while social media isn't? I mean, that's just objectively true. Social media is extremely bad, especially if you're a teenager. You just aren't ready for it. Like, I don't think I was, for example. I think... might go for... Oh, you know what? We have... friendship evolutions now. So we could technically do Vaporeon, or I'm thinking Umbreon. I'm pretty sure we have this option now. Let's check the nature. Okay, well, it doesn't matter now. I needed to get a new nickname anyway. Impish. Okay. They also don't really do the Game Freak office in Pokemon anymore since they got rid of enterable buildings. Yeah, they did. That's true. That is true. You know what? Why don't we do a poll? Start a poll. Which evolution should I... So, first one we'll do Vaporeon. Umbreon. I guess Espeon, but that would require me to play off stream because you can't play during the day. We can't get friendship during the day. Jolteon / Flareon. Okay. Poll's now up. Which evolution should I go for? Vaporeon, Umbreon, Espeon, or Jolteon / Flareon? Okay. Already getting a vote for Vaporeon because of course you did, Shane. You asshole. Yeah, no, they don't do, the no building scene is kind of annoying, to be honest. Because they streamlined the building so that you don't have any, like, interaction with the whole world as a whole, so it feels really empty and stale. Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield. And that just sucks. You were thinking it too. I was thinking it too. Don't lie, lol. No, I actually wouldn't mind getting Umbreon. It would make for a unique, different playthrough. That's why. There's so many fucking water types already, dude. Like, yes, Vaporeon would be funny because it'd be like, haha, copy pasta. Haha, I get it. I don't know shit, obviously. Alright, it's now 50-50 between Vaporeon and Umbreon. You voted for something, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. So fun fact, I actually recorded a video 4 years ago now. That was supposed to talk directly about the whole I'm a fan question. And I actually used Dead or Alive all the way back then in 2022. So I kind of discuss what it means to be a fan. The problem is I didn't really flesh it out the way I wanted it to, so it wasn't... I don't even think I was going to publish that video anyway, but I have the footage of it. It's still there. But a lot of things got kind of thrown out of whack that year, so the video just kind of disappeared. Can nickname afterwards once I get the nature I want? True. You're right. Hardy. Okay, we're still on 2 votes, guys. How are we going to break the tiebreaker? Because the tiebreaker at this point would be for me to be the tie-breaking vote. But that's not fun, is it? I don't think it is. Oh, it's female. Naive nature. Female Eevee's really good. That's so rare. Even though it's helping hand, how cute. I mean, no, I should reset. Because here's the thing, I only want... If I'm getting Vaporeon, I want it to be either Bold Nature or Modest. If it's Umbreon, I'm looking for... probably Sassy Nature. Because I don't want Careful Nature, because Dark type is special, so that'll just make me weaker. So, I'd probably want Sassy Nature for Umbreon and Modest/Bold for Vaporeon. Alright, it's looking like the poll is going to be split evenly. Here's what we'll do. To break the tie, I will reset my Eevee, and if I get Modest or Bold Natured Eevee, I'll get Vaporeon. Time to flip a coin. So this is kind of a coin flip. If I get Bold Nature or Modest Nature Eevee, I will get Vaporeon. If I get Sassy Nature, I'll get Umbreon. Now, that makes it more likely to get Vaporeon, so that's not quite fair either. Okay. I'll ask for Bold Nature Vaporeon. You voted for Umbreon, disregard your vote. Yeah, it's fine. You just thought it sounded cool. Well, this ROM hack provides the opportunity to get friendship evolutions. So, unless I'm wrong, let's check the documentation. That might be a good idea. Documents. Newly added items. Catch them all. Event guide. Okay. Let's do a word search. Find Umbreon. Umbreon is not on this. Okay. Let's check the guide. Trade evolved, fossil, altering cave, new, legendary beasts, Celebi. No, it's not on this document, so maybe... Okay. It's looking like I was wrong. It's looking like you can't get friendship evolutions. Okay, well. Okay. Seems like it was destined to be the copy pasta manifested. I guess so. Okay, well, that sucks. I thought I thought you could get Umbreon, but nope, turns out I was wrong. I mean, it makes sense, the game has no day-night cycle. You can do a ROM hack, you can ROM hack a day-night cycle into the game. It's not impossible. Or make, like, a stone evolution available where, like, maybe Moonstone for Umbreon and Sunstone for Espeon, right? We're gonna call our EVs, once we reset our nature, we're gonna call EV Pasta. Just as a reference. And Pasta's a cute name anyway. Oh, okay, that's really good. Timid nature is really, really good. Well, not entirely, but... should I stick with timid nature? Timid nature's perfect for Jolteon, but I can see a Vaporeon set with timid. Pasta Fairy and rejoice. Foodoporion, I am not doing that. That's disgusting. What's a timid Vaporeon like? It's increased speed and minus physical attack. Come on, I know I want to. No, I don't. That's disgusting. I'm not doing that. Right, I need cut. For now, put Eevee here because we've got some stone evolutions to do, I guess. Oops. Okay, well, that was pointless. Shame I blew all my hard-earned tax dollars on revives. Why? Because of the game corner? I don't really need the game corner. And besides, I have Meowth. If I need more money, I'll just do payday farming. Hehe, this gym is great. It's full of women. Another localization change / censorship. He wasn't just commenting on the fact there's women there. He's specifically talking about young women. No, so I could buy a stone. Oh, I can do that now. I have money. Yeah, I can buy stones. I didn't blow it all. I didn't blow all my hard-earned tax money on revives. Let's see. Service, trainer, wise man gifts, drugstore. Vending machines are important. We got to do that. Oh, it tells you. Nice. Oh, speaking of hidden power, I found out Meowth can pick up hidden power in the wild. Fuck, that's expensive. I just saw. Jesus. That's just regular. No, so I could buy a stone. Yeah, I'm gonna buy a stone. I have enough money. It's fine. Counter. Oh, counter from Alakazam would be funny as hell. That'd be sick. But he's too fast for that to really work. Base Gunny Enjoyer West version's only 98% peak. Could have been 100, yeah. Okay, we are buying a water stone at least. I want to buy at least 2 fire stones because I want the fire types. We don't need a thunderstone because we're not evolving Pikachu, so we'll just leave Miney alone. Leaf stone. I don't need it. I only need those 3 right now. And I have a moonstone. This is the vitamins. This girl gives me... This girl is useful because you would want to get permanent TMs here. Give her a drink. Give her that. TM16 contains light screen. Yep. Yep. Give her that. Yep. Soda pop. This one should be reflect. Safeguard. Okay. I'm probably not even going to use these TMs, but it's good just to have them there, because maybe... Like, maybe I would want to teach Alakazam something. Like, reflect on Alakazam from a single-player perspective would actually be quite good. He's the only one who can learn it too, so... Like... I mean, I don't really just want 2 attacking moves, though. That's the problem. Alakazam learns Reflect with level up. True. That's true. That is absolutely true. Oh, excuse me. I'll be honest, Celadon would be really easy as soon as I throw Alakazam in, because Alakazam is way too fucking powerful. Do I have Chiding with me? Yes. Sooner I can get this sorted, the easier. Hello, Snorlax. Ooh. That's a tag team. In fact, I know who these guys are. Couples go die is the typical fucking Japanese response to these guys. Lovey-dovey couples go die. Okay. Should have remembered Charmeleon would be like the worst fucking candidate for this, so I guess we'll do that. That. Well, now, okay. I'm also too weak for these guys, I just realized. These are way stronger than me. Yep, we're protected by Safeguard. Gives it faster. Okay, you like that VTubers like to say that phrase, but they can very easily solve that problem? Yeah. I mean, it's whatever. If they want to live their lives that way, they can. god. Jesus, that didn't even do half. Speaking of VTubers, do I watch ER? I do. Yeah, I've been watching him for years. Huge fan, honestly. Yeah, no, ER makes really interesting videos. I think his older stuff was better because he was a bit more edgier, but YouTube's a different landscape. Not much you can do about that. Yeah, saying you even have the plushie. That's cool. I don't have any VTuber plushies, although I probably should. Oh, and I do have to make a correction to a statement I made in my last stream about how many Carlin figurines I have for Code Geass. I actually have an extra one that I packed away. It was too big. So I'm not entirely... So I do have more than 4, what I'm saying. Just that everything's packed. Thank you, my knee. Feel the burn. Yo, Intel Maxon. ER's cool. You disagree with his opinions on the Death Note anime, but still cool. Yeah, honestly, it's the least of my worries if I disagree with someone on Death Note, like with a plot hole. Like, him being wrong about like a Death Note plot hole is not the worst thing in the world. Honestly, I've seen worse. I've seen way worse. For example, calling Naoto transgender or kanji gay in Persona 4. That's worse. YouTube hates it when you have too much fun. Boy, do they. Oh no, my life has seen me as a loser! Public Industries, could you please remind me as to why? I don't remember. It was... So, Shane and I... Like, ER said something about, like, the Ray Penba arc. Neat Cornelia figures. There's... You know, there's a deep cut. There's one of the oldest Code Geass... This is the oldest Code Geass figurine I own. They did... They did, like... They did, like, an idol-themed Code Geass figurine set. Lelouch was paired with Euphemia, which I actually have the Euphemia one. They have the Euphemia one, and Suzaku and Cornelia was the other one. So there is technically a figurine of her. There aren't a lot, but... I mean, if you go hunting for one, you could find one. And now we have Fly. It's very useful. Now Chidane is useful. God, I'm looking at chat and I realized I was running to the wall. Alright, let's give the man his tea. Oops. There we go. Saffron's now unlocked. Is the reason you played P4. You saw him defending the game from those people on Twitter. Yeah, no. That's because ER has a brain in his head, so he's not a fucking dumbass. Now I'm pretty sure the moves, like the learn list in this ROM hack. If I evolve Eevee into Vaporeon now, I should not technically be locked out of my learn moves. I'm pretty sure that was a change he made. If not, then whatever. Okay, Eevee. Alright, Pasta. Welcome to the team, Vaporeon. Okay. Jesus, 103 health. That's insane. Alright. Obviously, Pasta needs to learn some TMs. Because this is abysmal. Sand attack. It's no trouble, it's been a while, but you think it had something to do with Ray Penber. Yeah, he said there was some plot hole with Ray Penber. I don't remember it either, but I remember not agreeing with him either on that. But it's whatever. Okay. No. I'm not gonna stoop that low. There aren't enough female fucking Pokemon trainer, like, NPCs for that, so I'm not doing that. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, if you have a Vaporeon in this game, I think giving it Water Pulse is what the intended TM should be used for. Otherwise, it's Surf. But if you don't have Surf, then... with Persona 4, before that you thought the franchise was too far gone to bother. No, there are definitely dedicated Persona fans, like actual Persona fans, who know what they're talking about, and they push back against this bullshit constantly. Alright, taken over by rockets. Right, we can go to the dojo and get some Pokemon there too. Oh, you won't need to be. Okay, we are going to catch Growlithe and Vulpix. You should get a Valletta swimsuit figure. Yeah, that'd be good. It's a pretty penny, but you want, yeah. No, that'd be a worthy investment. Must find a job first. Yeah, I think we all need to. Okay. Pasta, you must become breedable once more, but Pasta is male. You can't breed a male. Lol lol. That won't stop. That doesn't stop the internet, as we've learnt the hard way. It's so sensitive. Oh, hello, Vulpix. And it's female. Awesome. Time to sleep. Because I know you're gonna roar. Also, you didn't know Lelouch's nightmare frame was called Gawain. Well, now you know. Well, technically, that's the first nightmare. It's not even technically his actual first nightmare frame, if you know what I mean. Like, he wrote... Like, he piloted a Burai before that. Please don't kill. But yes, the first... Oh, yeah. Don't roar, don't roar, don't roar. Oh, thank fuck. Perfect. You thought it was called Jackal? I don't know how you thought it was called Jackal. But yeah, no. The first, like, Black Nightmare frame that Lelouch ever used, yeah, it's the Gawain. In R2, it's the Shinkido. Welcome, Vulpix. Okay. Yes, we'll give you a nickname. Kind of... kind of have an idea for this nickname. I think we just gotta... type it. Breeder's choice, maybe. I don't know. Breeder choice? I don't know. I don't want to call it breedable. But the Burais are just standard issue nightmare frames for Britannians. Yeah, they are. In R3, it's the Gawain Shiro. Is that actually what it's called? That's kind of annoying, but... Like, I know it's clearly a mixture. Breedally. Breedale. Yeah. I don't want to call it breedable. No, but it should be. What about the groomed? Or like Discord kitten or some bullshit like that. Or the raped. Cola sniffs tail. You thought it was called the Get Koesui? That might be that one-eyed nightmare frame that the Four Holy Swords use. Maybe the Gekka. The grapes, the graped, grapeable. I kind of like the groomed though, but... Alright, how about... Groom... Grape. Groom grape. Bit of a tongue twister if you had a lisp in your childhood, but... Groom grape. Groom grape. Or grape groom. That'd be easier to say, technically. Yeah, I'll just do that. Grape groom. Genius? Yep, I agree. Grape groom. Hopefully it's modest or timid nature. That'd be awesome. Oh, forgot I had a raspberry. No, wait, it's the Mahariba Type 0. Okay. I believe you. And it's funny, Vulpixes always have raspberries on them. I don't think I've ever encountered a Vulpix that didn't have a raspberry on it. What do you mean it can't escape? All you did is yell at me. Ooh, level 20. Jesus Christ. Oh, for fuck's sake. I gotta click a fucking square and this happens all the time. Well, I know where to get high-level Ekans to make it easier to fill up my Pokedex in Fire Red. Vulpix again. Oh yeah, I discovered I discovered something in my Fire Red game. So I made the mistake of putting my Abra in the daycare, and Abra was one level too high when evolved into Kadabra, so I don't have Confusion on my own Kadabra anymore. It's gone. Like, because I didn't level up at level 16, which is when you learn Confusion as Kadabra, I screwed it up. So now it's effectively a useless Pokemon. It can't do shit. Oops. Lol, gotta catch another one. Yeah, I'll do that later. I'm in no rush for it right now. Besides, it's only calm nature. Not timid. If it was timid or modest, I'd be pissed. Grape Groom. Quiet nature? Okay, we'll take that. Even though it's Flash Fire. Excellent. That's pretty good. What can I teach you in terms of TMs, I wonder? No, come on. Don't really need Vulpix since we have a better fire type. That's true. I do want to evolve it into Ninetales, though. I forgot to do that while I was at the Pokemon Center, but that's okay. I'm trying to look for Growlithe, which I know for a fact is in this fucking grass because it's all you can get in Fire Red. Ah, come on. Growlithe might be outside Celadon. Try there, maybe. Good idea. That might actually make sense, logistically. Oh. I forgot. Of course I want the Psychic. That's fucking so powerful so early. And I know the perfect Pokemon to teach it to. Early Psychic on this guy? Fucking winning combo. So bloody strong. Don't need Psybeam. Butterfree can learn it too, so I will teach her. Sprinkles. Yeah, no, don't need that. This is way too good. This is such a strong TM. Growlers might be outside, Celadon could try there, maybe on the Pokemon Center side. Alakazam learned Psychic on its own, but okay, but it's an unlimited TM on this ROM hack, Shane, that's why I got it. Like, I know it can learn it on its own, but fucking... if it's an unlimited TM, why not just do it now, so... Goddamn. Moist Spoon is insane. True, you forgot it's unlimited, lol. Yeah. No, it's all good. What does this lead to? I forget. Oh, Vermilion, of course. God, I just love the interconnected nature of Kanto. Like, I really do. This is fucking fantastic. It's like, as soon as you get the T, you just unlock a fucking shortcut to, like, 4 different towns right away. It's fucking brilliant. Oddish. Ooh, Oddish at level 22 would be quite good, but... that means you could just get Gloom. It's like the Dark Souls of Pokemon. Shut up. It's just looking like Meowths and Pidgeys on this side. Maybe I'll try the other side of Celadon. Doju. Not right now. If I want Doju, I can get one of the Safari Zone. Man, the level caps are so good on this. Like, it's awesome that you can get, like, really quick evolutions here. Just catch high level ones and evolve them in, like, one go. It's great. Oh, God. Level 23, huh? I'll find a male one and we'll nickname it. I know the perfect nickname. Come on. Man, you're fast. So am I going to get the new Final Fantasy Dissidia? You know I'm a bit excited for it. No, I'm not. I've never been excited for it, and I don't plan on playing it, so... You'd have to do something really impressive for me to fucking get into it, to be honest. And I just can't see myself doing it. With my thumb. I'm actually thinking of finding a good stopping point soon. I'm not going to spend time leveling up a rat, so I want to catch a Raticate while I'm here. You give them credit for making Riku's eyes lore accurate, but that's it. Yeah, well, I mean... That's what happens when people actually care about the art design. Oh. You know what? I'm wasting my time here. I need to get that Growlithe. Okay, it's not there, so where is it then? Like, there's gotta be a way to... You know what? Don't worry about finding items on the ground. Just get the item finder and then you can do it. It's fine, Kyle. Do not worry about it. You loaded Yoshi P's comment about it. Yeah, I saw he said, this is definitely a game made by Tetsuya Nomura, which is really, really funny. It's like, ah, so he's at it again, is he? Totally understand. It's funny as hell. Sounded so sarcastic, y'all. Yeah. I don't know if that's the tone he had when he was speaking, but the subtitles definitely give that impression of just like, yeah. It's like, ah, of course he would do that kind of thing. It's really funny. Come on. Do I have to look up a guide as to where Growlithe is? I don't want to do that. Maybe I'll have to. Okay. Let me look it up. Route 7, it's in. I'll see if I can... No, can't show you. Well, actually I can, hang on. Yeah, it's in Route 7. Okay, we'll go to Route 7. Which means it's... Wait, isn't this Route 7? No, Vulpix is Route 8, so this should be Route 8. Let me check. Yeah, boop, Lavender Town, Route 8, okay. And where is Route 7? Route 7 is on the other side of Saffron. Yep, okay. Okay, you're right, Shane. That's where Growlithe is. That makes sense. That makes sense. It's got to be an end of service in a year. You see next to no one talking about it. Yeah. The only way it will sustain itself stealth is if female whales end up playing it. Because they like to dress up stuff. You knew it was, I only tried 3 encounters. Haha, yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Hell, I'm getting tired and a little bit hungry if I'm hiccuping. Man, you are a pain in the neck, aren't you? There we go. It's also female, which I wasn't intending it to be, but it knows Intimidate. That's really good. So, I'm gonna grab you. Oh, you also have an item. How nice. I forgot. It has raw. Why am I surprised? Well, that was my fault. Hopefully what's happening with Dissidia isn't what's going to happen with Kingdom Hearts 4, since they both take place in a modern city. Oh, yeah. I see it. I see the concern. Yeah. I get it. Oh. Yeah, because it would just, at that point, it would just be like Sora dress-up simulator, I guess. Yeah, I can see that. What do you guys reckon is a good stopping point for the stream? I know, right? Yeah. Oh, it's just nothing but fucking cats. Give me a dog. Of course. How did that even make sense? Well, your part-time gig commute is in 5 minutes, so how about then? It stops soon if you're getting tired. I'm thinking of stopping after I catch a Growlithe and evolve that and Vulpix. Kind of thinking. If I can fucking find it. Oh, fuck off. Leave me alone. Oh my fucking god. No wonder. It's because you're faster than me. Sounds good, yeah. I just wish Growlithe would come back. And that heals a lot of damage back. Jesus, man. I have to do that for my actual Butterfree on Fire Red, I think. That's way too good. Hello, my canine friend. With Intimidate, excellent. putting you to sleep because I don't want you to roar me. Route 7, by the way, is an ideal farming spot to try to get the legendary beast to show up. That's how I got my Entei in one of my Fire Red save datas. Before I reset it, because I needed to complete the national dex. Alright, that should do. And I think we'll catch it in a Great Ball. I remember trying to catch Growlithe in Pokeballs, and they're kind of hard to catch, I think. There we go. What shall we call it? Okay. Are we calling it Reddit Doggo? Is that what we're going to do? We're going to call it Reddit Doggo? Or Epic Doggo? A Great Ball because you love its design so much. Listen, Great Balls look awesome on Salamence, not on other Pokemon. Like, the Azumarill line? Sure. Give it a Great Ball. But if you're not putting a Salamence or Azumarill or any other blue and red Pokemon in a Great Ball, it's shit. I hate that design. Blurst Doggo. My evil twin Reddit Doggo. Blurst Doggo. I don't think Blurst Doggo will fit, but we'll try it. No, just Blurst Dog. Doge, yeah. Yeah, I think Reddit Doggo, I think it's funnier. Or at least Epic Doggo. And look at that, it fits perfectly. Reddit Doggo. Reddit Doge? Reddit Doge. Yeah, I'll do that. I think it's a good compromise. Sassy. Sassy? Did you steal my Reddit Doggo? Sassy, did you fucking take my Reddit Doggo out for an epic fucking Reddit Chungus adventure? Perfect, yeah. Sassy, where the fuck did you take my fucking Reddit gold? I had it stored on this thumb drive, and I kept it locked behind a safe for a very good reason. I don't know what you're talking about. Sassy. Sassy, you fucking cunt. Alright. First, we're going to teach these guys some TM moves because their move lists are not perfect. Let's see. Oh, dig on Reddit Doge. Knowing dig would be quite good, actually. Why use Leah if none of your attacks are physical? Sniff. I don't know, but I think it has something to do with the pyramids. Oh, can't Ninetales learn Psychic, or am I wrong? You learn Thief at least. Alright. There we go. What? Reddit Doge is evolving. Fucking wholesome Reddit Chungus Doge is becoming a wholesome Chungus fucking giant dog. Giant doggo. Congratulations, Reddit Doge evolved into wholesome Chungus doggo. I hate Redditors. Grape Groom. Clifford the wholesome Chungus Reddit Doge. So stupid. No, it can't learn Psychic. Interesting. What can it learn? Nope. Well, it can learn Safeguard, obviously. Can't learn Light Screen. Okay. Or Reflect. Okay, well, I guess you just have a shit move pool until now. Until further notice. .46 attack and 46 special attack. Pretty good. Okay. Damn. I just noticed. Quiet Nature at its speed is still bigger than special attack. Oof. That sucks. That's fine. Alright, I think we'll wrap up our adventure for tonight. Got quite a few Pokemon, actually. I think we passed the 30 mark. So put away our Great Groom, the Ninetales. And our Reddit Doge, the Arcanine. So we have Pastor the Vaporeon. Chud Boy the Machop. Free Burbu the Pidgey. Grape Groom and Reddit Doge. Now, I'm going to be honest, technically Gyarados is better in a single playthrough. Because look at its move pool, man. Fucking Gyarados is so strong. Like, it's insane how strong he is. And even Mr. Mime is really good, honestly. Let's see who I want to keep on the team for now. Honestly, Rotoscope isn't really doing much lately. Grape isn't the best, to be honest. No. It's kind of a shame, but... I mean... I got a cool Ninetales. Okay. Tart Flambe is really, really good. Right? My knee is doing some work. Moist Spoon is fucking powerful. Meowth is about to become Persian soon. Just 3 more levels. Charmeleon is not doing much. Sprinkles is fucking crushing it. Rotoscope will get better once he's a Charizard. Yeah, I'm thinking for now, Rotoscope should just stay in the back burner for a while. Pun not initially intended, but it is now. Okay. Man, look at all these fire types. Alright, how do I want to arrange this? I think I'll put Vaporeon out first, then Sprinkles, then Incel Maxin, then Moist Spoon. No, I'll do that because it's easy to get the Gyarados for Intimidate pivoting. Okay. 2 yellows, 2 blues, a purple, and a white. Okay. Okay, so I guess we'll save. Yeah, 33 Pokemon. So now I can get the item finder when I catch Snorlax, which will be very, very handy. Okay. Alright guys, that is the stream for tonight for Pokemon Throwback. Talked about quite a bit actually, so I'm pretty happy with that. Is there anything you guys wanted to mention before I log off? Because otherwise I'm just gonna say basically fighting game drama is fucking annoying and stupid. Tekken players need to play other video games. Not even just fighting games, they just need to play other video games. Tourists should get the fuck out of the community and come back when they actually want to be real fans. Instead of Marxist fucking revolutionaries. And Dead or Alive is still pretty good, I guess. If you guys have any other topic to just bring up briefly, I'll talk about it because otherwise I'm gonna log off now, basically. I can spare a few more minutes. But technically, Ethnic Weeb, if you went for 4 hours, you can boost the thing. It's like, yeah, well, it's late in my time, and I kind of want to log off. So you're good. It was a fun stream. Yeah, no, I had a good time. Thought about joking how Dev stole Ninetales from Naruto, but I don't know. No other topics. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, the nine-tailed fox has been a thing in Japanese mythology for a while. I'm pretty sure. So I don't think there's much to really talk about with that. But that's fine. Okay. Well, I guess I made my my closing arguments. In terms of streams for the future, I'll say that actually. Tomorrow night on Opie Bros, assuming I got everything working properly on Shane's computer, we're going to be playing Kingdom Hearts on the stream. We'll be starting with Kingdom Hearts 1. And if that goes well, we'll do 2. I'll discuss it with Shane more as to what we're actually going to do in the Kingdom Hearts playthroughs. Like how many games we're doing. I doubt he wants to play Recode of Memories. That game drives people up the fucking wall if they don't understand it. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that I have an ulcer in my mouth. That's fun. That's been fun for the past week. Or have I mentioned that? Anyway. So that'll be the plan going forward for Opie Bros. We'll be doing Kingdom Hearts. Obviously, I'll be streaming Pokemon Throwback again. I've actually, this is a thing that's developed recently in the Soul Calibur community. So I've been in contact with Amy Lionheart for about 2 years now. Gotta be a good time tomorrow night. Yeah, it should be. Recoded is just a movie, like 358/2 days. If it's just a movie, I don't think we can react to it on stream, to be honest. I think that'll get us in trouble. So I don't think we'll do that. We'll just watch it off stream. But I have been thinking, actually... So, Amy and I have been friends for nearly 2 years. She recently got banned from the Soul Calibur community, pretty much. Not from everyone, but basically she's been excommunicated because she doesn't agree with trans ideology. No point watching it. The only thing of note is the final cutscene. Lol. Okay, fair enough. So yeah, I was actually thinking of doing a stream. I might even do it the day after the Kingdom Hearts stream. I am going to play Soul Calibur 6 again on stream. Because I haven't done that in a while, so I probably should do it. I'm going to try Ivy. I'm going to try Ivy in solidarity with my friend, who does not deserve to get banned. Fuck the FTC for banning people for political opinions. What you should be doing is banning people for advocating political violence. That's what you should be banning, but you don't, because you agree with them. Or you're cowards, or both. Fuck the FTC. That's what I want to say about that. So yeah, Soul Calibur coming again soon. I'll get back to that. Kingdom Hearts, and of course more Pokemon. If I have any other game plans, I'll obviously make a stream for it, and you'll see it ahead of time. Okay, that's all for tonight. I'll be logging off. I'll be getting some food, some water, toilet break, and all that stuff. And I'll see you. I'll see you again in this god awful weather. In the future. Soul Calibur 6 Kingdom Hearts hype. Yep. That's some good stuff. Alright, thank you, Doggo. Thank you, Jaded Warlock. Thank you, Apocalypse Industries. And my friend Cohen and all that. I'll see you guys in the coming days. See you all when I see you, yeah. Make sure to check out the channels for notifications for when the stream's going up. I'm gonna make stream templates anyway, so there'll be a Soul Calibur stream template and all that. If you're subscribed, you already see it, so it's not a big deal. Alright, thanks for showing up, guys. I had a lot of fun. I will catch you all tomorrow night.